Okay, so before we get to all the boring stuff, this is my build and battle deck for Twilight Masquerade. I added the 5th Snow Runt, and then I got a 2nd Monkey Dory, and that's pretty much it. I cut out the stupid Infernape thing, but yeah, I just went for Volbeat for quick setup, and yeah, I apologize for nothing having 2 Monkey Dory, so I just basically built Frostlass Monkey Dory in build and battle, but yeah, the supporter spread is terrible in Twilight Masquerade. What does the Fiona do? It just gets back to supporter. So it's not good, but there's only like 4 supporters in Twilight Masquerade build and battle kits. So if you need to get a supporter, well, there's only 4. There's Pneumonia, the card I can't say, Salvatore, and then a youngster that I want to play with. So no, it's not a control card, not in pre-release. Yeah, I got to see it. Yeah. I got an SIR Greninja EX and nothing. I got Alakazam, no pre-evolutions. I got a Screamtail. I got a Sinistcha, no Poltergeist. Yeah, so it was a weird draft for me, and I love how this symbol down here on the left blocks the number of copies you have of the card in the bottom left. Such a well-made game. But I will get the video up tomorrow, so I will be able to get it up tomorrow with all the new Pikachu. So they did reveal the Pikachu, the Espeon, the Umbreon in English. Pika Pika Parade. So it's just Precious Trolley. So that's all it is. It's just a Precious Trolley. Search your deck for any basics. Put them on your bench. That's not really useful when we already have Precious Trolley, and we have like Poffin and Cyrano and all the other things. So yeah, that's not great. But it's Slowking Metagross. Let me just quickly get this on screen. View decks. So yeah, it's just Slowking. I have the old build with Annihilate and Zoroark, and I have the new one with 2 Metagross, 2 Kyurem. But we're going to be doing 300 damage a lot today. And yes, the combination works. I've literally made like 5 videos on this thing. The combo works. Don't ask me anything, okay? The combo works. And then I have the regular Metang build. So we'll start with Slowking, then we'll go to the Metang build. Testing went extremely well. I went 3-0. And Uncle, who's that Pokemon? You're supposed to give me the Pokedex entry. And the other one? No, the problem is, I'll talk about all the problems with the other one. But what is the energy attack cost on this one? Yes, I agree, Uncle Juna. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. But what is the energy cost on the stupid Pikachu? They did everything. They did everything to make it not playable. They made it. Why not make it colorless? You could have made this Pikachu the most playable Pikachu EX in the world. And Incineroaring, I see you. They could have made it the greatest thing in the world, and they decided, nah. Nah, let's not. It annoys me to no end, because I was looking at the first one. Yeah, I'll talk about that as well, but like I looked at the other one, and it's like this one attacks for colorless, and they have pretty much the exact same attack, so I was like, oh, obviously... Yeah, it would make Charizard nuts. But yeah, it's like, why did they make it a lightning? Why a lightning energy? Why did you have to nerf this card? Well, my opponent clearly has some brain issues because they're playing Tatsugiri. So that's how you know your opponent has problems with their brain, is they're playing Tatsugiri. So I can't go and get the Kyurem. There's not a whole lot I can do. I can mind jack them off, but I think in this situation, I just go for a... Yeah, let's just go for Metagross. I don't really need anything. I'm probably going to end up Lily Z-ing next turn anyway. So let's go for Slowpoke. Do I just go for double Slowpoke? Let's live a little. Let's live a little, right? They got nothing. I got everything in my hand. We don't need no stinking Smoochum. There's no toes nearby. We don't need to smooch them. And yeah, we can dangle tail. And, For the Win, that's what that's the game that For the Win and I play on the weekends is, Pin the Tail on the Donkey. Well, me and For the Win, we play Dangle Tail, and we're both always winners in that situation. And it is Ethan's Typhlosion. Okay, so yeah, they needed the Shaman. I guess technically, based on what the matchup is, I made a slight oopsie. Based on what the matchup is, I probably should have gone for the Smoochum. But this should be fine because can't win now. All right, so I'm probably in a bit of trouble here. But if I can, no, there's not a whole lot I can do. I was trying to think, is there any way that I can win? I have to knock up the Shaman. And that's about the only thing I can do. There's the Smoochum, which I think is okay to put into play. That'll go there. And then Academy at Night. Yeah, we just gotta hope I get a playable Pokemon that's colorless. Oh, yeah, we got Zoroark. Okay, so I can Itchy Pollen them, which would be funny. But in this situation, I have to Academy at Night the Zoroark. Zoroark on top, Seek Inspiration, and then I have to jack them. I have to jack their mind because I don't want to item lock them, even though that would be helpful. But the hope is that they come up with Tatsugiri and they don't really have anything playable after that. That is the ultimate goal. And Bird Person, thank you for the sub. PMC Fool, thank you for the sub as well. And is Baby for Alligator viable in any way? Not really, unfortunately. You can still play the old version with for Alligator, Monkey Dory, Relicanth, but it's not really. Oh, wait, what? Why wouldn't you go for Ethan's Adventure? You 100% Tatsugiri first, and then hope for an Ethan's Adventure. What are you doing? You 100%. That is insane that you did not go for the Tatsugiri Ethan's Adventure there. There is no world where you do not do that. If all they do is, wait, they put the air balloon on the Dracloak and not the Tatsugiri? What the hell? Okay, this is not a YouTube game. Feel free to ask me any questions. Bird Person, I'll get to you in a second. This is, yeah, they got some, they got some issues over there. All right, so let's go for Slowpoke and Latinas. And you're probably wondering, but Pilot, why'd you attach to the active Pilot? But Pilot, that makes no sense, Pilot. Why would you do that, Pilot? I don't understand. Okay, we have to go for the, oh yeah, unfair stamp. Damn straight, we're going for that stupid unfair stamp. And then it doesn't matter what I get, I guess I get Slowking. But the reason I did that is so I could Super Psybolt. Right? That was the whole thing, is Super Psybolt. And we just go from there. But yeah, this isn't going to be a YouTube game. What's the spice? The spice is Metagross. What do you mean, what's the spice? You can't see it right now because this is not a fun matchup. But the spice is Metagross. That's the brand new card. So I'm going to be doing, hopefully getting 2 games for the YouTube video with Slowking and then 2 games with the Metang. But yeah, unfortunately, Bird Person, Baby for Alligator, it was good for like 2 weeks last year. And then people kind of realized, no, that was kind of a flash in the pan seer there. And I was trying to think of a Turin joke, but then I realized that Clam Burglar would turn in a really bad pun at some point. Yeah, 2 weeks in Japan. And unfortunately, the new Espeon EX and the new Umbreon EX are really bad. Like, I guess technically the Umbreon is playable, but this is not better than, like, Okidogi EX or the Brute Bonded or anything. And it doesn't really fit into anything, because what are you hitting what are you hitting, right? Like, what are you hitting for weakness that really matters in this world? And the answer is you're not, right? You got Mega Darkrai, that does 220 and takes back shots. And it's just really not good. Yeah, Okidogi, I'll be mentioning that in tomorrow's video, that Okidogi EX is just a better version of Umbreon EX. And this card just 240, it's not enough. 240 is, like, yeah, you're knocking out a Raging Bolt, but you have to evolve to do that. And then Espeon Me EX, oh my goodness, please, Aiden, please concede, Aiden, please. Yeah, the old one. Yeah, not the new, there's not a new Okidogi, it's just the old ones. All right, well, I guess I just Academy at night and put the unfair stamp on top again and wait for them to do something. Just kind of wait for them to do something. Yeah, this card is terrible. This, for starters, this should be 1 energy. It should be a 1 energy attack cost. And without Area 0, you're doing 180 damage. That is embarrassing. Lily's Clefairy is better than this. So yeah, I think we're going to be in for some really disappointing cards in 30th Celebration. You know, in Celebrations, we had the Flying Pikachu VMAX, which actually ended up being good because it had immunity to all basics. And, you know, that was a good card for a little bit, but the power level that I'm seeing lately is very disappointing. And I'll cover all the final first partner illustrations. They're all really bad. Like the Torchic has less hit points, so it's bad. But we now know all 27 first partner cards. Yeah, and also with and also Palkia. So yeah, it's not great. The reveals this week were not great. And Jagbomb, damn straight. And Nick, no, I have this is called eating your vegetables, Nick. And I always eat cucumbers whole. I don't chop. I'm not a nerd. And Razor, why? Because Twitch knows who you are. And Bird Person, absolutely. Bastiodon is going to be a menace. It's going to be an absolute it's going to be like Spider-Man. It's going to be such a menace. All right, so let's Wondrous Patch to the Slowking. And then, I mean, they're still kind of in this game, right? I'm not really guaranteed to win this, so maybe I'll just, like, smooch them toes. I might smooch them, but I think just unfair stamp first, and then we'll kind of see. But you could tell that I checked out of this game. Like, win or lose, I've checked out of this game, like, entirely. And Colvian, if you watched my what the hell is this crap? If you watched my YouTube short, and if you haven't, how dare you? But if you watch my YouTube short, you'll know that Trico, Grovyle, and Skeptile were the longest run, or still the longest running ones. But now Trico's getting a new card, so that one's not as long running. And Leah, but even then, it's just not good, right? It's an evolution. It takes a psychic and a colorless. You know, Lily's Clefairy is just this, but better. Right? Like, how is this better than Lily's Clefairy? And the answer is it's not, because it doesn't hit Dragapult for weakness. It doesn't get free retreat by the Latinas. It's just every part of this card you look at, it's bad. I appreciate you coming up with a strategy for it. It's just, it's clear that they don't know, they don't care, right? They don't care about the competitive side of the game anymore. You know, maybe when Winds and Waves come out, they will. But this is what they care about. They care about all the money they're going to make from all the packs people are going to open because of something like this. And Bird Person, I am so excited for Ghost Veil. Ghost Veil will be my day one deck. I just hope I run into just Dragapult, and then we can test it out. We can play with my testes and see how they're doing. But yeah, let's do the thing. Let's make them rage. And yeah, we go Retreat, Slowking, Seek Inspiration, and then we go Metallic Hammer, and yes, just to prove to you that it does work. Just to prove that it does work, there you go. Well, what you have to remember is that Mega Blastoise, so if you watched my YouTube short yesterday, press 1, because that means you're cool. But if you watched my YouTube short yesterday, Mega Blastoise is the mascot for NAIC next weekend. We have a Squirtle card in Standard. We do not, Bird Person, thank you, we do not have a Mega Blastoise card. And Eevee, people, I still have comments. There are still comments. There's comments like almost every day on whatever post I made about how the combo should not work. The combo works, okay? It is the way that Metagross is worded that it works. Okay? It is the way that it's worded. You may discard 3 and have this attack do more. If it required you to do the thingy thing, sure. But it doesn't require you to do the thingy thing. And ABJ, you said ever. Yes, at some point we will get a new one. But I think I have to go Night Stretcher for energy. And then, yeah, we'll do that. I will Pokepad for whoever. I made an oopsie. I made an absolute oopsie here. Because I don't have anyone to attack with, so yeah, I should have done that differently. Whatever, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just because I wasn't paying attention, we'll still be. Oh, we're not fine. We are not fine whatsoever. We are so not fine right now. I really should have been paying attention. That's my bad. Should have been paying attention, but I wasn't because I didn't feel like it. Oh, yeah, I had 2 Wonders patches left over, but I guess I can go for the Pheasant Skibbity and hope for that. So let's get rid of Kyurem Academy at night, and then hope for Pheasant Skibbity to get me something. Worst case scenario, I just use Annihilape's Destined Fight and hope. And hope they don't have bosses, but obviously they will. Hey, never punished. Did somebody say never punished? Because that's what I prefer, is I prefer to get punished. Especially if your name's Mistress Paddlebottom. All right, so yeah, this was a pretty easy win if I was paying attention, but I was not really paying attention. So it made it more interesting, right? It made it a lot more interesting for all of us. Yeah, there's no if you do. You can watch like my 3 different videos on it. There's several Tyranitar, but no, there is no good Tyranitar deck right now. And yeah, there's no Mega Blastoise, which is really strange. There should be a Mega Blastoise. There is not. But that's the world we're living in. But basically, if your name isn't Dragapult, your deck isn't doing great. Like, I'll show you the tier list in Japan for Pitch Black. Yeah, so this isn't the most recent one, but if your card or deck isn't on this list, don't expect it to be very good. And I'll probably have a video up on Wednesday recapping the Japan Championships, just to see like if Excadrill and Ghost Veil were actually good or if they're lies. Because this is from gym battles. This is not from like actual tournaments where anything's on the line. This is just from gym battles. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh my God, they're bossing my Clefairy. I don't know why. They're bossing my Clefairy. I guess they're just like, well, I'll take a chance. Okay, here, press 1 if I should force sudden death. Press 1 to force sudden death. Press 2 to tickle my toes. Press 1 to force sudden death. Press 2 to tickle my toes. And no, Leah, we're doing it, okay? You have no power here, Leah. You have no power. You have no power, Leah. We're gonna seek inspiration. There we go. And Oppenheimer, well, it could also be a stock issue, right? All right, so I'm just going to go for Clefairy. Clefairy is my win condition. I'm not going to mess around with Slowking. Clefairy is my win condition. Yes, you have yet to sacrifice something at the altar of Trust Your Pilot's feet. Well, it's the fact that we have 2 Mega Charizard and 1 Mega Venusaur. Right? It's the fact that we don't have a Mega Blastoise. It's the mascot. Humble Hydrapple, thank you. It's the mascot for NAIC, and we don't got it. And then you look at Pokemon Champions or whatever, and both Mega Raichu are showing up in Pokemon Champions. We don't know when Mega Raichu is coming as a card. Wow, this is Wait, do I win if I get a, like, one extra card? I win if I don't if my one prize isn't the Lily's Clefairy, we'll be fine. Yeah, Evie, exactly. As long as the Clefairy isn't my one prize card, we should be okay. Okay, so they got Badoo, Cyndaquil, Incineroaring. I could literally force sudden death infinitely with Destined Fight. I can literally force this infinitely. But I do want to make a YouTube video, okay? I would very much like to make a YouTube video. And that's what we're doing here. You know, I've made several videos about sudden death already, so it seems kind of redundant to do it again. Okay. If somebody gifts a sub, I will do everything in my power. Oh wait, do they have a turn to wait? Okay, hang on. This could get a little etcha sketchy here. So I have to go Colress's Thickacity for that and that. And then fine. For all of you, I will do it. Just for you, I will make it so. I'll pretend like I'm Jean-Luc Picard. But just in case things don't work, I'm going to go Pokepad for Slowking. Yeah, that's never going to let me down. That is the absolute strat here. All right, so I think I should Academy at Night the Hilda, just in case they have like a judge or something that I didn't see. And then I think what I do is I retreat into the Latinas, just because they could knock out the Slowpoke. Like if they have Rare Candy, Ethan's Adventure, I lose. But this is kind of funny. I'm gonna do it again. And Incineroaring, well, there's been more than one before. Oh my goodness. They played with their balls. They played with Ethan's balls. And they got the turn 1 Lilies. Remember, in sudden death, a Lily is a shuffle draw 6. It's not a shuffle draw 8 because we both have one prize. Oh, man. And yeah, if you haven't watched the short, there will be a new code on Monday. So Monday is when Perfect Order pre-releases start, or Perfect Order Build and Battle starts. And that might be what I do on Monday. It might be that. It might be Cerulege. It might be Mega Charizard. It might be Tauros. And yes, one of our timers will eventually run out. Yeah. Aiden, please don't concede, Aiden. I want to show you. I want to annoy you. I want to annoy you, Aiden. Special, no! No! Okay, well, that's why I got the Hilda. That is why I got the Hilda. So, I can't do it because they bumped my stadium. No! You jerkface! You absolute jerkface! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I can go Pokepad for... I was trying to have fun with you. All right, so let's go Hilda for... yeah, Telepathic, and... I guess I get that, and then... Oh, you jerk. Okay, yeah, Evie, my thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly, Evie. So let's go get double Slowpoke. And then, yeah, Slowking. But what if my top deck? What if my top deck is the absolute thing? There's a Surfer. Damn it. You ruined the fun, Aiden. See, okay, come on. Oh, I played with my balls. All right, so they got it because they just have Ethan's Adventure. Jag Bomb? No, because I didn't have the energy. If I had the energy, yes, but I didn't have the energy, which is the problem. And Grebulon, thank you. That makes it a little bit easier to swallow. But can we all agree that I would have won that one if I hadn't been fun? Actually, I did have the win like multiple times. I just, I was being too funny. I mean, I'd rather have red card in sudden death than what we used to have with Iono. Because when we used to have Iono in format, it was just go second in sudden death, you win. Right? That's all it was. You go second in sudden death and you win, and that's it. So I really wish the stupid red card, right? They got Ultra Ball into double Ethans, they got Lilies, and then they got red card off the Lilies. You know, they were destined to win that one. Get it? They were destined to win that one. Get it? Because I used Destined Fight to force sudden death. But we could have been in a never-ending loop, okay? We could have been in the movie Looper. I could have been Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You could have been Bruce Willis. And we could have tried to beat each other off because that technically wouldn't have been incest. And yeah, for those of you who have over a 100 stream streak, I'm going to go first. Don't worry, I will stream during my break in, you know, like basically it's going to be August. Ooh, okay, this is terrible. Actually, this is fine because I can Pokepad for like Smoochum or something. Wait, is this Dragapult or is this Typhlosion again? There's no way this is Typhlosion again, right? There's absolutely no shot we got a second Typhlosion deck. Okay, so it's Dragapult. Good. All right, I think what I do is I just go for another Slowpoke. Wow, I prized a Slowpoke and a Slowking. That is unfortunate. Oh no, I prized just a Slowpoke. Okay, so we're fine. I think I would evolve the backline one, and then we'll go from there. That's very mean, never gonna let you down. I have feelings, but they do go away if you give me enough money. You know, I can make those feelings disappear. Okay, all right. I gotta shake that game off because I got too wacky. We usually get wacky at the end of a stream. I got wacky at the start of the stream. I shouldn't have done that. I'm out of the YouTube mindset. Yeah, make my feelings and my inhibitions, Leah, and my inhibitions. And never gonna let me down. Well, I hope you are able to trick a bunch of gullible people into wasting their money on shiny cardboard. Oh my goodness, it's Dragapult. What a shock. I can't believe it's Dragapult. So should I have gone second? And Leah, oh, don't worry, never gonna let you down. We'll use every trick in his book. All right, I am a little concerned right now because my opponent's playing very slowly, and we're not gonna have like they have to go get a Latinas. But I think I can just like smooch them, right? I can just go Lilies. I can smooch them toes. I know I'm jumping into the game a little bit late, but my opponent's playing very slowly. I chose to go first just to kind of see how it would go. And I think, well, they're playing Dragapult, and they used Dawn to get Badoo, and then they played with their balls. So I think I just go for Clefairy. I'm surprised they haven't conceded yet because I'm just like a card away from winning. And of course, we got nothing. I'm just a singular card away from winning, and we got nothing. But I do have everything I need for next turn. The only thing that can go wrong is if they suck my butt. But I think I just want to put the Clefairy up front, and just so I have a basic. I don't want to risk them bringing up the Slowpoke with the bosses, because I think they're in self-preservation mode. I am going to have 5 out of 7 cards in my hand unplayable next turn, which is great. But if they can't find a Shaman, I do just kind of win, except for the fact that I don't have anything that I actually need. So maybe I just go for a Smoochum. And yeah, like if I top deck something, but I think I just have to go for a Smoochum right now because this is just an awkward hand. You know, a Lily's failing me miserably. What is this? A regular day on PTCGL? One of the reasons why I put the Clefairy up there is because another hit from Itchy Pollen puts this 6 damage counters away, so that's a Phantom Dive. But of course that did not matter. All right, so let's go Hilda for, yeah, Telepathic. Oh, goodness. Telepathic, I guess, Metagross. And then, yeah, Telepathic on this one. And Never Let Me Down. Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to go and get a Meowth right now. But guess what I can't do? Guess what is impossible for me to do right now? All right, so I'm like out of energy now. That's cool. Play 5 Psychic and 3 Telepathic. I prize 2 Psychic. All right, so I can go up with this guy or I can go up with this guy. I think I honestly have to go up with the Clefairy, right? As crazy as that is, I'm not threatening an attack. If they item locked me again, I'm screwed. If I didn't prize 2 Psychic, I wouldn't have done that because I'd be like, oh, obviously I have something for next turn. But they've used Dawn Lily because their life is so difficult as a Dragapult player. You know, they have to have a supporter every single turn. But it's the prizing the 2 Psychic that's probably going to end up costing me this game. And the fact that, 86% of my hand, 67% of my hand is unplayable for most of the game. Because as we all know, Badoo is a very fair and balanced card. Just don't play items, right? That should be the Pokemon Company International's whole thing is like, what? You guys play items? What a weirdo. All right, so here's the Dust Noir. They're going to knock out a Slowking. That's actually fine. Yeah, obviously they go for that one. That's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. And they're going to have a Dragapult, but I have 2 Night Stretchers. Okay. Not awesome. not my favorite. But we're guaranteed, unless they put down a... Oh, God, please, do not put down a Duskull. Do not put down a Duskull. Okay, good. Okay. We are guaranteed to have at least 1 Slowking survive, but our items are shut off. I have to, basically sacrifice the Clefairy, sacrifice the Smoochum. God, this stupid thing. This dumb thing. Teklar, thank you for the sub. Like, look at this. I would have won if it wasn't for a 30 hit point butt face. The game would have been over a long time ago, and I got nothing off the lilies. Shocker. What a shock. Trust your pilot got nothing off the lilies. All right, so the way that I win this game is I don't. The way that I win this game is I don't, but I do have Wondrous Patch. I do have Night Stretcher. So they're probably going to knock out Clefairy, Smoochum, set up a knockout on the Latinas. I essentially need Unfair Stamp. I need Unfair Stamp, and then I think I Kyurem. Correct? I think Kyurem is the correct call in this situation. Because, assuming they don't, evolve everybody. But then I can knock out Dracloak, and then that would cut off their... I'm supposed to have the Unfair Stamp. Me. Trust your pilot. The handsome guy sitting in the corner playing with himself because no one else wanted to play Pokemon cards, so he's playing against himself. Eevee, Clamburglar wishes he could tell a joke of that caliber. Wait, that's not a Bax caliber, that's a Kyurem. Whatever. But didn't I tell you? Testing went extremely well. So guess what happens? We lose. Testing went super duper well. So guess what happens? We log in. First opponent doesn't want to get sudden death twice. Next opponent gets everything they need when they need it, and I can't do anything because my deck has items in it. So knockout Clefairy, knockout Smoochum, and then put at least 1 there. Ah, Leah? Oh, that's even better. That gets a pin. Okay, so. Dragapult always has it, I know. Can I top deck my Unfair Stamp, please? That's a no. That's a no. That's a concede because PDCGL hates me. All right. But this is what I always say. It always happens when if testing goes well, that's how I know the stream is going to be bad. And we're already off to an 0-2 start. Potato Pachirizu. All right, well, they clearly think they're funnier than they are. Yeah, if you didn't see the Discord, I thought that was really funny when somebody said your puns are cringe, and their name was like testicles or spectacles or something, but spelled like testicles. So I just thought that was great. Okay, if it wasn't for Badoo, I would have won that game. All right. And then what a fantastic start for us. We got a smoochum start and nothing else. Okay, so they're playing, I think, Mega Diancie, which is fine because they shouldn't have a shaman in there. All right, well, I might have to... Oh, goody. Oh, goody. I have to bench the Pheasantipity so I don't lose. And Jagbomb, I don't think that's going to happen. All right, so I think I have to go... I think it's going to be Lilies, right? It has to be Lilies and Hope. Because there's no way I get screwed over this much, right? I'm going to Lilies for 8. They're playing Mega Diancie. No, I have to be smart. Okay, they're going to item lock me. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Why is everything working for my opponents today? Everything is working. I only got the Toad's Kiss. As you can see, my opponent absolutely popped off here and was just like, hey, what if I just had everything? Wouldn't it be crazy if I just had everything turn 1? What if I made you go first and then your top deck was a Pokepad right after I screw you over? All right, so I need to... Oh, God. I think I have to go for double Slowpoke in case they have it like that. But I also need Latinas. So I think, unfortunately, I have to believe in the heart of the cards here. But yeah, I'm gonna go for this and hope, because there's no way they have Boss's Jellicent or Boss's Energy, right? They have a 5-card hand. There's no way they have Boss's Jellicent or Boss's Energy after they had the most insane start you've ever seen, going second in a deck with no consistency. Ah, see, I told you. I told you. All right, so then I just knock out Frillish, Togepi, Duskull, and I don't mess around with anything else. I just go... Oh, man, but I want to. But I don't have access to my items is the problem. But you know what I do have access to? The heart of the card. No, I'm not. I can't. As much as I want to, I can't. I could have Cypher Maniac some things on top, but I thought I would get something naturally, so I didn't do that. I thought I would just, Cypher Maniac into things naturally. So I was like, oh, I don't need to do anything. That's a dumb person's decision. All right, so let's try Frost. Let's get rid of you, and you, and then I can annihilate the Mega Diancie. So don't do what I did and, not prioritize the second Slowpoke or not prioritize, Cypher Maniacing what you need. But I'm a little thrown after what happened in the first 2 games. So the first game, which you can watch on the VOD's channel in about 2 weeks, I was playing against a Typhlosion deck. You're probably thinking, well, how'd you lose to Typhlosion? Did they have Shaman? They did, but I had game, And I can't really show you here because I don't have the Annihilate. But I did have the Annihilate, which knocks out both actives. So I put it to a vote, and Twitch chat decided, hey, you should force sudden death. And then in sudden death, they said, you should force sudden death again. But of course, my opponent got the special red card in sudden death and ruined everything. We could have had it all, but they didn't enjoy life. They're just a terrible person who doesn't enjoy life. All right, I'm going to go. Okay, we're gonna freaking get, no, we're gonna freaking get everything off of this Pheasantipity, okay? I'm drawing a bajillion cards. There's the Annihilate. I'm gonna poke a pad for a Slowpoke. I'm going to go for Colress's Thicacity. Okay, Colress's Thicacity for Academy at Night. They're definitely not going to special red card me and put all my Academy at Nights on the bottom of my deck and then ruin my life. That would never happen. And then Smoochum, Slowpoke. All right. And then Wondrous Patch to this guy. I will... No, I don't want to play with my balls yet. I think what I want to do is Academy at Night, a card I don't need. So I want to Academy at Night, the Academy at Night. Why did I do that? Why did Trust Your Pilot Academy at Night, the Academy at Night? Because I'm shuffling my deck with Delightful Kiss. When the resolving effect of Delightful Kiss is then shuffle your deck. So after you smooch some toes, make sure you shuffle your deck before you smooch any other toes. But the whole point is that I don't want to get screwed over by red card. There's no way they have, oh my god, they had rare candy. There is no freaking way. There is no freaking way. There is no freaking way they had Rare Candy, Dust Noir, Meowth, bosses. Good God! What is happening today? I mean, I'm still going to win the game, but this is just what happens when I play Slowking. Is I either just run out of resources or my opponent just gets everything. Literally everything you can think of, my opponent gets. So this is why I lost that Dragapult game, is because I liliesed into 8 cards under Badoo item lock. 6 of 8 cards were items. And I would have won if it not for items. So of course, there were the items. All right. I'm still going to win this game because I am him. But that was unfortunate. I also can't use Cypher Maniac, so I have to hope that the Meowth is not prized. That'd be really bad if it was. Or I can just hope they... Yeah, I mean, I can't just unfair stamp worst case scenario. So let's go Ultra Ball away that and that. God, just let me have everything. Wouldn't it be a shaman if I just had everything? Wouldn't that be terrible if everything worked out for me and not for you, Trust Your Pilot? Yeah, I guess I go for Slowking. All right, so what do I need? I need a Wondrous Patch, and then I have the Meow, so I do need a Wondrous Patch, but that's okay. So I think I just get rid of Lilies, Slowking, go for the Meowth. Wait, if I do this, I'm putting myself in a situation where I've decided I'm getting a Wondrous Patch. I have decided that I'm getting a Wondrous Patch off of this. Ooh, we got everything. Damn it. After I just complained that I had to work hard for everything. But yeah, Slowking is a tier 1 deck, even when everything is working against you. Slowking, still a tier 1 deck. And yeah, I go Boss's Orders, the Meowth. I might need another basic, I'm not 100% sure. But there's just so many tools at your disposal. Look at that. Didn't even need to attack with Slowking. Wait, did I even attack? Yeah, I used Kyurem. But the plan was, if they didn't go Dust Noir boss, is I had the knockout on the Diancie, because I would have done 300 damage to the Diancie, and it only reduces incoming damage by 30. So I would have knocked out the Diancie by copying Metagross, but of course Potato Pachirisu ruined everything. Try to make Eternatus. try to make Eternatus out of clay. How about a clay doll? Why did no one say clay doll? You're making something out of clay. How about clay doll? All right, Blarg Zombie. Blarg Zombie at 50 minutes. Okay, I'm going to choose to go second this time just to see what happens. But remember, the Twilight Masquerade... Ooh, this worked out perfectly. The Twilight Masquerade build and battle is only valid until Monday morning at 10 a.m. So I think the Twilight Masquerade format's pretty good. Like, it's much better than Destined Rivals, like a million times better than Destined Rivals. But if you're interested in Twilight Masquerade, which has Frostlass and Dragapult and Monkey Dory and Testicle Festival and all that stuff, you only have until Monday at 9 a.m. because they close entries at 9 a.m. an hour before. And then we have 10 days of perfect order. So I might, okay? There's a slight chancey that Trust Your Pilot does a perfect order draft stream on Monday because that would be really cool. Yeah, Destined Rivals, even if you get, like, if you don't get Typhlosion, you lose. And Silent Universe, hey, nobody in space can hear you fart, right? But yeah, the Destined Rivals build and battle is terrible. One of the cards doesn't even do anything. All right, well, as long as they don't have a turn 2 Badoo, we'll be fine, right? As long as they don't have a turn 2 Badoo, we'll be okay. Everything will be fine, right? I am in a bit of an awkward spot right now, but I think I have to put the Latias down just in case they get all the things. Okay, well, I didn't get much of anything there, but I do have Cypher Maniac. So this is actually pretty darn good. And I can even play with my balls, which is better. So I can go for Hilda... no, I can't go for Hilda Academy at night. I think I might have to play with my balls and go for Fez, but even that's not guaranteed. Huh, I mean, I have a Slowking, I have Hilda, I have Cypher Maniac. So actually, no, because I have Cypher Maniac, then we got it, right? Sorry, it takes me a minute. It takes Old Man Pilot a minute to get it up, including his mind. Oh, we prized 2 energy again. It's either 4 and 4. I can't remember. This list is either 4 psychic, 4 telepathic, or 5 psychic, 3 telepathic. Either way, we're prizing energy, and that's never fun. You know, what's fun is delightfully kissing some toes. What's not fun is dangling tail and having no one nibble. But I think even if I get item locked, we're still fine because I have energy Cypher Maniac. So if they don't put a Shaman down, the game is over. And this is why Slowking is so scary in this environment. Is because if you go first, you're threatening a turn 2 Kyurem. And if they can't find Shaman, they're screwed. If you go second against Dragapult and they can't get the item lock and they can't get, you know, a Shaman, if they can't get a Dragapult, you can just be like, I knock out all 3 of your Dreepy, or I knock out Dracloak. But of course, my opponent went and had 4 Dreepy. It's like, hey, you know how you're about to knock out 3 Dreepy? What if I had 4? All right, so we're still fine. I just have to make sure I Cypher Maniac. I'm going to put the Lily's Clefairy down just to thin things out of my hand here. All right, so Kyurem on top. And then I probably want to top deck a Chorus. Yeah, because that'll be energy. Okay, so this is the 4 psychic, 4 telepathic. But I'm actually not threatening an attack next turn, so it actually has to be Surfer. All right, so it has to be Surfer because I don't have an attack next turn. Because if you copy Kyurem, you lose all energy. That is the one downside. Kyurem's insane, but the Kyurem, you do lose all energy, which is a bit of a problem. And if you're wondering, well, why is Surfer in the deck? Well, Surfer's in the deck for this exact Professor Turo scenario, because this doesn't have any energy on it. This version doesn't play Boomerang energy. The other version does, again, for situations like this. But you can Cypher Maniac the Kyurem on top, guarantee your top deck, If they red card you, guess what? That card you left on top is still coming into your hand, because red card is like Iono and Marnie, where it shuffles your hand and puts it on the bottom of your deck, then you draw on the top. And if PTCGL was anything like Magic Arena, it would show you what your top deck is, and it would show you known cards in your opponent's hand. But PTCGL implemented Build and Battle, and that has broken in numerous ways. And if you haven't watched the YouTube short that I'm going to upload in the future, you can actually get matched up into 2 different games, and you automatically lose the one you didn't participate in. Because again, PTCGL added a new mode, but for its 3rd birthday, brought back a really old feature where you can get matched up in 2 games at once. All right, there we go. I know I haven't used Metagross yet, but this is just gross, right? All right, so I want to keep the Meowth. I want to attach to you. Let's go Ultra Ball away, that and that. I mean, I have a ton of Night Stretcher, so it's not really a big deal. And then I go for, Slowking. Because worst case scenario, I can always smooch him for nothing. Huh? I can always smooch him for 0. That's cool, right? I can smooch him for 0. And that is unfortunate. Okay, what do we got? We got nothing? Can't attach, can't cure him. I just delightfully kiss some toes and hope they don't have energy bosses. Uh-oh. Eevee, I got some concerning news. I may lose this game. Dragapult can do a lot of things. Luckily, they're not playing the Dusknoir build. But as long as I, can Night Stretcher, I can Night Stretcher for the Meowth and get nothing. So it's basically just going to be a Lilies and Hope. Like, it's going to be Wonders Patch, a Lilies, Hope. Sorry, it's going to be Telepathic Lilies and Hope. But, I mean, I have 3 Wonders Patch in the deck. I don't need the bosses, so I can definitely Lilies. I have Telepathic on the Slowking. I can go get another Slowpoke with the Telepathic. And then, I still have access to Unfair Stamp. I still have access to a bunch of things. If they use the Dragapult this turn, that's really bad, and I would not recommend that. All right, they got the Dragapult, and I think I just win the game now. Because they use Crispin. I don't think there's anything they can do right now. And yes, Leah, I do have Twitch drops right now, but it's category-wide. If you ever notice that Trust Your Pilot has Twitch drops, it is because it's category-wide, not because the Pokemon Company actually recognized me. They haven't recognized me. If they do, it's because of my tweets. Remember that one time they blocked me on Twitter for telling them there was a problem with the game? That was fun. Wasn't that fun? All right, so let's go Telepathic. Wait, I have it? No, I don't have it because I can't knock out the thing. Oh, no, I can. So I go Meowth. I'm going to make them concede. Meowth, that's right. We're finally going to use our first Metagross. Our first Metagross of the stream, because the deck is just good enough without it. Yeah, Hilda. I was like, which one do I have to get? Hilda. Hilda's the evolution one. And then Hilda for energy. Metagross. No, I'm not going to use Destined Fight. Okay, that's what a smart, cool person would do. But the last time I used Destined Fight, we lost because some idiot decided to listen to Twitch chat. And let that be a lesson to all of you. Never listen to Twitch chat. And before you ask, yes, if you haven't watched my videos, this does work. Okay? This does work. You're allowed to copy Metagross. I covered this in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 different videos. The reason you're allowed to copy Metallic Hammer and not discard any energy is because it's not an if you do situation. It says you may discard 3 metal from this Pokemon and have this attack do 150 more damage. The way that it's worded is very important. So in this situation, you say, I am discarding 3 metal energy from this Pokemon and doing 150 more damage. Nowhere does it specify that you have to have metal energy attached. Now, if Slowking did have like a legacy energy or a metal energy attached for whatever reason, you would have to discard as many metal energy as there is, up to 3. But because of the way it's worded, I agree, it's confusing, but the way that it's worded, it makes sense. It would say you may discard 3 energy from this Pokemon, period. If you discarded any energy in this way, this attack does 150 more damage. That is how it should be read if it required you to discard the energy. Yes, it's confusing, but you have to compare it to other cards. Like, what was it? Sawda's Vitality? That card said if you drew any cards in this way, you can accelerate energy. It, again, very confusing, but it makes sense. Yes, they did rage quit. I just beat off a Dragapult player so hard that they're just so exhausted they can't even keep it up any longer. All right. No, they won't. They would have, but they won't. It's too late. All right, so I'll switch to the I'll switch to the Kangaskhan build, and then it'll basically be a stream of half Slowking, half the other thing. And Eevee, that's what everyone does. Everyone rage quits. They're on their phone, they're on the toilet. They got hemorrhoids, and they're just like, I can't deal with this. So this is the Kangaskhan build. There's nothing else, okay? It's just Kyurem, just Metagross. That's it. Just Kyurem, just Metagross. But Juna, they'll just have to be more specific in the future. That's all it'll be, is they'll just be more specific in the future. They'll, suck their own butt a little bit harder. All right, so this is the Slowking Kangaskhan build. And I tried looking, oh, Silent Universe, that was you. Okay, that was you. Okay, so you got the glitch. You got the disconnect glitch. Okay, so you're not a bot face. Everyone apologize to Silent Universe. They are not a bot face. Their face is not a bot. And ABJ couldn't tell you. But with Bastiodon, I tried to look it up for specific details of what's the specific ruling for Raging Bolt, right? And Bird Person, I put it in my old decks with new cards video, but there's not a lot. It's mostly just, hey, put it in our Chaladon. I'll talk about Bastiodon in a second. What a shocker. What an absolute shocker. I'm facing Dragapult again. I could not have seen this coming. All right, so I guess I go for Boomerang Energy, and then, okay, Boomerang, and then I go for Slowpoke. I think I have to get, oh, no. Yeah, we're going to go for Latias. And then I'm going to go for Kyurem. And, oh, I forgot to get the other thing. Oh, right. I forgot to get the thing that allows me to attack. Right. I got a little bit ahead of myself, and I grabbed the Kyurem before I glabbed the Slowking. But I was too focused on trying to explain the Bastiodon. So I was looking for specific wordage in Japan for, how does Raging Bolt interact with Bastiodon if you discard energy? Like, don't get me wrong, PDCGL is probably going to get it wrong because they've gotten it wrong in the past. But if you have 3 energy attached and then you have to discard an energy or 2 or 3 for the effect of an attack, it still goes through. Because it's just the way that the world works here, is it will still go through. It's just a little weird. But if you go back in time, PDCGL has screwed that up before. And Silent Universe, that's just what happens. It's okay. You know, sometimes you can't get it up around me. I have that effect on people, but GG nonetheless. So yeah, I was looking for the ruling in Japan. Unfortunately, the ruling in Japan is a little, ooh, this is pretty cool. The ruling in Japan, the Google Translate is not great. Google Translate is not a great tool. Okay, so wait, I have it. I got it. Oh, but if I had a Switch card, I'd have it. All right, so I think I just attach the boomerang, play with my balls, get rid of that and that, go for a Slowking. Go for a Slowking, and then I don't risk it. Let's risk it. Because they can't Crispin and Dragapult in the same turn. That's not allowed. And then, yeah, I can't retreat or do anything. And when are we getting the 70 hit point Slowpoke? I think the 70 hit point Slowpoke is arriving as the blister promo for Pitch Black. I believe that is happening. But if you're wondering what pairs well with Bastiodon, anything that discards energy, Handy Fan, Crushing Hammer, Enhanced Hammer, Megaton Blower. There's the Elgium that moves energy, or you can just put this in a deck and just like have it on the bench because of the Fossil Excavation Site. So this is a card that has been definitely steadily rising in Japan. It didn't start out as anything in Japan at first because I think people were just like, hey, Excadrill and Ghost Veil. But since then, I've just been seeing more and more results. Ooh, Fighting Wangs. All right, well, I think I've won, right? I just go for the Slowking. I knock out Monkey, Badoo, Monkey. And yeah, let's draw a couple cards. We got a Metagross too. So Pokepad for a Slowpoke. This is really good. You know, I was really worried about this matchup, but we're totally fine right now. And then I have to keep the energy in my hand, which is fine. I'm not going to attach any of it because we will be in red card territory though. But the problem is, what if they don't knock out this Slowking? What if they boss up this one and knock out the Smoochum, and then I have this one with a Boomerang energy? So I think even in that situation, I'd prefer to stick like this. All right, so try Frost, try Honesty. 1, 2. Actually, I think I go for the Meowth. Yeah, what am I doing? I go for the Meowth because then I can soften up everything. Yeah, so this way I'm out of red card territory. They have a useless Badoo. Oh no, you want to item lock me? Go for it. Yeah, so that is the correct call. Don't get too greedy here. Is you go for the Meowth. So now I just need to knock out Dragapult, Meowth for game. This is a Kyurem away from getting knocked out. I also just have game now. Again, Metagross makes Slowking tier 1, but Kyurem is the better card, right? Metagross is awesome, dealing 300 damage, so you can knock out everything that's basically not a stage 2 EX. You know, you can knock out Mega Kangaskhan now without any trouble. You can knock out, you know, Raging Butt, even though you could do that with Conkeldurr, but Conkeldurr got replaced. You can knock out, you know, Ceruledge, you can knock out other things. I'm blanking right now. But yeah, Kyurem is still by far the best. And when we get the Espeon in 30th Celebration, that's a de-evolution. Oh my god, just go Kyurem de-evolution, and they might just concede. It's going to be... Slowking's getting better. I included Slowking in my decks that get worse video with rotation, and it's true. It lost Xatu, it lost a couple other cards, but it's the same with Raging Bolt. They got worse, but the problem is that the meta didn't enter a place. Oh, I'm just going to BM them. I'm going to BM all over their face. Press 1 if you want to see me BM all over someone's face. But the problem is the meta didn't evolve to the point where we got good cards. That was the issue, is, Yes, Raging Bolt got worse. Slowking got worse. Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Why did that get better? The reason Team Rocket's Mewtwo got better and all those decks that got worse didn't suffer, and why they're still arguably tier 1, is because we haven't gotten any powerful new cards, right? You look at Perfect Order and Chaos Rising, Pitch Black does kind of shift things a little bit. Oh, wait, did I, uh-oh. Trust Your Pilot wasn't paying attention. Trust Your Pilot wasn't paying attention. Trust Your Pilot was talking, but, yeah, no, this is fine, because I didn't take a knockout. They can't stamp me. They can't stamp me, and I'm just showing you, like, let's say they had a Shaman down, right? Let's pretend that you're for the win, and I'm a Pokemon TCG live video, and you're deep inside me. But let's also pretend like they had a Shaman, right? For this situation, let's pretend they had a Shaman. What do? This is exactly what you do, right? You put the Dragapult within range, so now I'm just a boss Kyurem away from winning. And also, I kind of wanted to sneak in a Metagross attack, because the focus of the video was Metagross. This version of the deck has 4 Kangaskhan to almost guarantee a Kangaskhan start, so naturally I didn't. Naturally I didn't, but you have 2 Metagross, 2 Kyurem, that's it. No Zoroark, no Annihilate, nothing funny, no funny business. Wait, wait, what? Thank you? Thank you, Zozie? Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that very much. You are awesome. I mean, you're taking a long time. I don't really appreciate that. Funny thing is, I would have lost this game if they had a Monkey Dory, because this would have been within closer range. So I would have lost if they had a Monkey Dory. And just in case, I am going to check the deck to see if there's a Kyurem in there. Just in case. Okay, there is a Kyurem, we're fine. And then see? I played this perfectly, except for the parts where I screwed up. I played this perfectly. You must be in awe. Your mouth is agape at how good I am at playing Slowking. You're seeking inspiration, when all you gotta do is get down on your knees and I'll give you inspiration. All right, so there we go. And sure, why not knock out their clock? Why not just do a full butt wipe? Why not just completely wipe their entire butt? How are my prizes? Good God, of course. Did you see that? Trust Your Pilot faced a Dragapult deck, and guess what card was prized? Trust Your Pilot was playing a Psychic deck against Dragapult, and what card did he prize? Of course, Lily's Clefairy. All right, I mean, the problem with that game is that it was another Dragapult. But I mean, I'm beating off Dragapult players left, right, and center. And Birdhurst, what's my favorite road deck? I don't think I've really found it yet. 1530. Oh, we got a 1531, 3 and 2. I would be 4 and 1 if it wasn't for somebody using a special red card in sudden death. But Bird Person, the problem with asking, what's your favorite rogue deck, is that my favorite types of decks are spread decks. With freaking Dragapult, spread decks are not really a thing. So that's why I'm so excited for Ghost Veil. And I know it's an arm. There is no good Armor Rouge right now. There's a playable Armor Rouge coming in Pitch Black, though. I didn't say good. I said playable. But the issue is that, my favorite type of decks are spread decks, and I have ideas like with the new Claydol. All right. Remember, I play 4 Kangaskhan. Again, there are 4 Kangaskhan. We've played 2 games with this list. Both games, no Kangaskhan. Because of course. All right, so it's Mega or I mean, it could just be Terra Greninja, but I'll just put Greninja down. Oh, man. And I was thinking about not streaming next weekend against NAIC, but I might play I might stream against NAIC next week. I'm not 100% sure, but there is a chancey. All right, so Telepathic, Academy at Night, and yes, I know that's technically a Kangaskhan. Never Let Me Down. I don't stream Wednesdays. I don't stream Wednesdays. Wednesdays nuts go in your I don't stream Wednesdays. But you know, I might stream against NAIC because you have to remember that there's going to be a record number of people. There's going to be a record number of people on Twitch next Saturday, and there are going to be breaks, and I might be recommended. Like, I might pop up in the recommended feed, like, oh, trust your pilot. I've seen that name on YouTube. There's nothing going on. There's a 30-minute break in the schedule. Let me just check them out. Let me dip a toe in. So as bad as the viewership would be, you know, it's still maybe worth it. Well, that doesn't matter because there will be 3,000 people watching the other thing. My opponent thinks the Shaman is going to save them. It will not, because either you're playing Mega Greninja or you're playing Terra Greninja. Neither are good for you. Yeah, like, I'll probably only have 40 viewers concurrently, but what I notice a lot of the time is that I get a lot of new viewers, right? There's a lot of just random first-time chatters that show up. Random people sub a lot. Yeah, and every time, yeah, if you ever see a Beedrill deck on stream at NAIC, you have to use that emote, and it's not TOS. Actually, it might be, we might get screwed, but it's not TOS because that is literally the move in Pokemon Stadium. If you go watch the GIF for Beedrill from Pokemon Stadium, actually, I can probably find it. Beedrill Pokemon Stadium GIF. Yeah, you'll have to bear with me because Trust Your Pilot has to do. Oh god, it's even worse than you think. Trust Your Pilot has to do technical things. Trust Your Pilot has to do technical stuff. All right, there we go. There's see, it is the actual attack. It is the actual attack. That is not TOS. Okay, that is not TOS. That is the actual attack. You cannot get mad at me. And best of all, I didn't pay anything for that emote. All right, so let's go Academy at Night. I will Telepathic Psychic. Yeah, we'll go for a Slowpoke and I guess a Lily's Clefairy. And Cole, that damn straight Cole. Owen, you keep asking if I run it in my list. I honestly don't know. I don't know because this isn't my list. This is a Japanese list. All right, so let's go Surfer into Latinas, because then if I just get anything, I'm good. There you go. See, I told you we had it. I knew we had it the entire time. All right, and then I will Metagross. So we go Metagross on top. Well, yes. First off, yes. 2, I make these decks far in advance. And Cole, well, they got good taste. But you also have to remember that I play 5, 6, 7 different lists every stream. So remembering what's in each one is really tough. Like when you see that image pop up on the YouTube videos, I do that post-production. I do that during editing. I don't, if I had a third monitor, you know, if anyone wanted to be my sugar daddy, because For the Win is cheaping out on me, he's more like a salty daddy, if you know what I mean. Oh wait, no, don't know what I mean. Don't know what I mean. Wait, the Pal World TCG launches next month, by the way. Apparently there's a Pal World TCG. Is that real? Yep, there's a Pal World TCG coming out next month. Never know. No, I didn't know where that sentence was going. It got away from me, okay? It got away from me like a Beedrill using string shot. It got away from me like that, okay? Yeah, the Pal World TCG, baby. Honestly, if there's a Pal World online client, I would play it. I'd play it. I'd dip a toe. You should not be giving me the shaman. Oh yeah, definitely. No, they would not let me in. They would not let me anywhere near the broadcast booth. As soon as they hear me open my mouth, they'd be like, "Hey, aren't you the feet guy? Remember when Ursi Day went up to Andrew Mahone at a regionals and got Andrew Mahone mixed up with me and asked Mahone, "Hey, aren't you the feet guy?" Well, Ryusham, if you haven't played Pal World, the 69th Pokemon or the 69th Pal in the Pal World Pokedex is like the love Pokemon. So, and it's like a very suggestive Gardevoir. Yeah, so the 69th Pokemon is yeah. You might not want to know. All right, so let's play with my balls. Let's get rid of I think I just get rid of these two. Maybe I shouldn't, but whatever. Maybe I shouldn't, but I've given up on life, so it's fine. You know, they can knock out two Slowpoke. Actually, they can't knock out the active Slowking, so it's fine. They can't knock out the active Slowking with Mirage Barrage, so we're actually totally fine. And why don't I compete IRL? Because I am banned for trying to correct my opponent when they said I play this card from my hand, and I told them there's a new rule they just instituted. You have to play cards with your feet. You know, anytime there's a, you know, like you look at Night Stretcher, put a Pokemon or base energy from a discard pile into your feet. I got banned for taking a Sharpie and crossing out hand and replacing with feet on all my cards. You know, they frowned upon that. Yeah, fun fact. It's almost like resistance is a useful mechanic in this game. Pokemon Company, if you're listening, do you see how resistance is going to keep me from losing this game? Or if they had a Mirage Barrage, do you notice how resistance is a useful mechanic sometimes? You should maybe use it. You should, every card has the word printed on it. Maybe you should do something with that. And Wes, I see another person who loves the taste of defeat. Press 1 if you enjoy the taste of defeat as much as I do. All right, so I will switch to the Metang build after this one because this was kind of a sad win. Wait, do I not have it? Wait, do I not? Do I have to waste another? Do I have to waste a Night Stretcher to take the KO? All right, so we'll put the Boomerang energy there just as a safety precaution. I could have used Seek Inspiration, but that's boring. That's what a boring person would do. Yeah, that's why they deleted fairies. I know, just it's so disappointing. You know, people say things like, you know, if you hate the game so much, why do you keep playing it? Because the Pokemon TCG is my favorite trading card game in the world for numerous reasons. I just wish the Pokemon Company cared about the game as much as the rest of us. That is my issue, is they don't seem to care about the game as much as we do. And it's evident by the fact that they're basically taking this year off and drip feeding us cards. Part of that is Winds and Waves not coming out till next year, but like just do a better job, right? They literally have a team of like 8 people whose job it is to test new cards all day long. And it's like, how did Badoo get by ya? How did, you know, Telepathic, how did that get by? How did Dust Noir and no, they have there's literally a team of people. I should probably screenshot that and just keep it on my desktop for business reasons. No other reason, no other weird reasons. But there's literally a team of people whose entire job is to test new cards and make sure the game is balanced. You know, I'm not sure if I should applaud their Colress's tenacity or if I should be mad at them for not conceding. But I mean, as long as they're playing Greninja, they still have a chance. I just need a Kyurem, which we got, so we're fine. All right, so Slowpoke, Meowth, whatever. All right, well, there be a Kyurem. I attacked with a single Slowking this entire game. Well, I think they could have done, like, I think Frillish, right? Frillish for a colorless energy would have been so much better. 1, 2, 3, right? If you go Frillish with the colorless energy cost instead of a Psychic, that would have been a much better solution than Badoo, because Frillish can't be found with Buddy Buddy Poffin. It requires an energy. It doesn't have free retreat. Badoo is free retreat, Poffin, 0 energy attack cost, so you can always get it. I think that was the main issue, is just that it attacks for free and all. All right, so let's go for the Felipe build. I don't like Felipe, but I wanted to give him a chance. All right, Sketchy with the Felipe build. Oh yeah, never 100% agree with Never Gonna Let Me Down. I haven't agreed with you this hard since you said I'm the most handsome PTC GL player. Because I mentioned this in the previous video, and yeah, they tried Pichu. Pichu is a trap. That's bait. But Dracloak, when you can see a bajillion cards turn 2, that is not fair, right? When you can see up to 8 cards turn 2, drunk with... Wait, are they also playing? Yeah, every fossil card gets better in Pitch Black, and I can't wait for that. Pitch Black is easily going to be the best set of the year, unless Mega Ray is, you know, like a format-defining card. Ooh, okay, this is great. This is absolutely a perfect starting hand. Normally, when you go first with this deck, you don't just have the raw trolley, but I like getting it raw. So in this situation, I'm going to have all of my Metang, and then I'm also... Oh, I prized the Heatran. Well, that sucks, but this deck has the Starmie. You're probably wondering, what the hell does the Starmie do? I think the Starmie is better as a... Yeah, that's fine. I prefer the Starmie over the Team Rocket's Articuno Kangaskhan tech. So how you beat Alakazam normally with this deck is you play Articuno, Team Rocket's Kangaskhan. You attack with Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, which does 220 if you play... Well, I just wasted a great start to a YouTube video. You were going to be in the video, and then you ruined it. I knew you were sketchy. I Never Let Me Down. It could have been a dream. I mean, For the Win was there, and he had feet instead of hands. But that could have just been a regular Wednesday night. That could have been a role play Wednesday night for us. Ryusham, technically Lugia was a fossil deck, okay? Technically it evolved from a fossil. Technically Lugia was a fossil deck. But no, I think the most playable fossil deck was Gengar and Mimikyu back in the day. That was about it. All right, see, this is exactly why I say Felipe is a trash card. Because you never want to start Felipe turn 1. All right, let me see if I have the excavation site saved on the computer. There we go. And this is why I don't want to put Felipe into any deck that I play, is because Felipe sucks. All right, so I have to play with my balls. I have to go get Meowth. Oh, this is so bad. I think I honestly just get rid of Felipe and Shaman, because I can Night Stretcher for the Shaman back. Felipe I don't need if I have a good start, which I'm about to have after putting a Meowth into play, which is not what you want. Probably should have also checked to see if Precious Trolley was in the deck. That might have been a good idea, to see if Precious Trolley was in the deck. Okay, all right, we're good. I should win this game. They will need to have the greatest turn in the history of the Pokemon trading card game to win this. I think I have to go for the Fez. As much as I don't want to go for the Fez, I think I have to go for the Fez in that situation and then just attach to you because everyone can attack here. As long as they don't have Rare Candy, Terra Greninja, Energy, Dusclops, we will be fine. Oh god, it's happening already. Because the Genesect gets knocked out if they have Rare Candy, Dusclops, Terra Greninja. But if they don't, I could have Tuck-tailed and knocked out the Duskull with Tuck-tail, which would have been cool. That's gone. And then Fez and Skibidi, I can snipe the Froakie. So if all they do is have a Froakie, or if they just evolve the Froakie into a Frogadier, I can Cruel Arrow, because that is an attacker here, or I can just Protect Charge, or I can have, Metang. So this is suboptimal. Obviously, you'd want to have the Heatran, but they're not off to the best start in the world. Ooh, are they giving me a prize for nothing? Are they seriously going to give me a prize card for doing nothing? And it looks like they are. So they just got the Frogadier. I don't think they're going to blow the... Oh, they did blow themselves. Oh, God. They're going to probably hit the Genesect, because that does put it within range of Terra Greninja. But now the world is my Cloyster. There's the Regigigas. That one-shots a Terra Greninja, so that's perfect. Now I can Protect Charge. If I Protect Charge, I'm guaranteed to survive the Terra Greninja. The problem is if they have the Mega Greninja. That is the huge problem. So they just go directly into Mega Greninja, then I kind of lose the game. Because Mega Greninja is a huge problem that I can't one-shot with Metagross. Unless I have Brave Bangle and Gravity Mountain. But that would require a lot of help. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I would much rather knock out the Frogadier. But this Metang is going to be the deciding factor. This has to be like 3 energy. Okay. I need 2 energy off this Metang if I want to even think about this. God, seriously, bro? All right, so I'm going to attach to that one. And then I go Protect Charge. I did not want to do this. And now they can Mirage Barrage, which will be unfortunate. But if they Mirage Barrage, I do have Regigigas, right? They can knock out Metang. I have Regigigas. I would need to hit 3 energy off of it, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, if they go Mirage Barrage, we're kind of in a dilly of a pickle. But I can load up a Metagross. They can't one-shot the Metagross unless they do some shenanigans. This is going to get a little interesting. What happens when 18 energy, 17 energy isn't enough? Well, you find yourself in this position where they are 1 card away from doing the thing. And there's the Terra Greninja. So as long as they don't have an ignition energy, we're okay. As long as there's no ignition energy, everything is fine. They use the Fez and Skibidi for boomers like me who make creaking noises whenever they stand up. They move Fezandipity to a global status condition. It used to be that the down arrow was on the Fez itself. The reason they moved it to a global status condition is because you can't use more than 1 flip the script ability each turn. Oh, that is amazing. What? No. Okay, yes, this is fine. This is fine. If they're just going for a Mirage Barrage, the Fez, and a Metang, I win this game. If that's all they're doing is knocking out the Fez and the Metang, I have won. Because all I need is 4 energy. I knock them out with Metagross, and then they will probably concede because, I mean, look at their board position. All right, so just in case, I'm going to go up with the Genesect. The reason I'm going up with Genesect is in case I top deck an Energy Recycler. Suck my butt. Okay, I did not top deck an Energy Recycler. That's okay. I can Metallic Signal. There's not really anyone I want to get out of the deck. It's just kind of heart of the cards. I need 4 off of... I need 3. Off of 2 Metang, I need 3 energy. That's it. 3 total energy. So it was all right on the top. All 4 of the energy. So Metal Maker looked at the top 4. That was all 4. Who am I? Deku, because I am all for one, or I'm one for all. I can't remember what the joke is supposed to be there. Yeah, and then they're probably like, oh, but you don't take the knockout. Blammo. That's what I say when For the Win and I finish. I say that's how For the Win knows I'm done. I say blammo. And for anytime, that's like you know the Pavlov's dog with like the bell and then his dogs. If you ever say the word blammo to For the Win, he'll feel a tingling in a weird spot, and then it'll be like, trust your pilot, sends his regards. And there's the flip the script for some cards. I'm not quite sure what they can do here. They can screw me over with a Grand Tree, but you got to be out of Frogadier. Come on, you got to have a Frogadier in. No, okay, 10 cards in hand. Not one of them's your other Frogadier. That's cool. Well, they don't play Neo Upper, so this is just the Terra Greninja deck. This is not Mega Greninja. This is just Terra Greninja. So I am in a situation where they can't really do anything, right? They can bosses my Metang, but that doesn't do it because I have another Metang. They don't have unfair stamp. I think they have to red card. Okay, so they have multiple Frogadier. That makes sense. I think they have to red card. Was not expecting the Starmie. They have to red card me. Bosses the Metang. But then I just get a Metang with the Genesect. So this deck is just so cool. Metagross is such a good card. This, I know I included it pretty high in the top 10 list for Chaos Rising. It should have been higher. You know, I think Patrat should have been... Patrat has done very little. There's a couple decks where I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I have Patrat to shut off Monkey Dory. Oh. Again, you're really throwing me off here, Fanta. But Metagross has just overperformed. It takes Slowking and makes it a bigger threat. This guy can knock out... Okay, they're doing the thing. This guy can knock out Dragapult. With Grand Tree, can knock out Greninja, can knock out most stage 2. They still need the special red card. Okay, is this going to be the perfect turn with special red card? Because I just have Transceiver for Petrol for Energy Recycler. If they don't special red card, the game is massively over. Because I have Regigigas. So then I have to attack with Regigigas. Because this card is also insane. This one-shots Dragapult. This one-shots Terra Greninja. This one-shots every Ogerpon. So I think you got a really good glimpse as to why Metagross changes the game completely. Like, this card is so much better than anyone gave it credit for, including me. Yeah, I'm just going to go up with the Meowth. They have one prize left. I do have to get a little lucky here. There's a judge. Not falling for that one. All right, so Regigigas down. Team Rocket's Transceiver for Petrol. Petrol for Energy Recycler. Yeah, do I risk going for the Fez is the question. Because I could have gone for the Fez and maybe increase my chances of getting something here. But let's go. Because I have 7 in there. I'll play with my balls. Let's get rid of Judge and that. Thin out the Heatran. Actually, maybe I thin out the Skarmory. Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to lose the game if I don't win the game next turn. So it's not really a big deal what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 Metang to hit 4 energy. I have to attach to the active. I have 2 Metang to hit 4 energy. There is a chance the game goes for another turn. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. PDCGL, please. PDCGL, please. No! All right, no, this is fine. This is fine. I did just lose the game, but this is fine. I have Night Stretcher for Fez. I'm not sure what that does for me. Because they can just knock out the active because everyone's weak. Wait, if I go for the Genesect, is that going to do it? Does the Genesect buy me? The Genesect buys me a turn. No, it doesn't because I can't attack. So I just lost this game. Damn it. I literally just lost this game because I believed in the heart of the cards. All right, well, I'm not going to include this in the YouTube video because you don't get, okay, that's just mean. And Owen, oh, they did fix it. They did fix it. And Bird Person, you say it's For the Win Zation deck. Where do you think For the Win got the idea for it? You call it For the Wins Zation deck with Felipe. Where do you think For the Win got the list? The same place we all did. The same place we all did. We all get our list from the same spot. Because if you go back and watch my my old decks with new cards video, I had it there. I had it there. So you're wondering, where do all these people get their, where do they get their lists? They just watch my old decks with new cards video and just copy and paste the list. Or they just go on Limitless and copy and paste them there. How dare you, Bird Person? I included it. I covered it first. I covered it first. All right, well, I probably should have put that in the YouTube video, but I refuse. I refuse because I wasn't paying attention. Bird Person, I will. That's what I do with most of my viewers. All right, so they're playing Bottle Cage, Petrol, Lilies. They got all the things. Yeah, well, if you attack it with a Badoo, actually, fun fact, Heatran has to be damaged to burn, so Badoo doesn't get burned. It's a little annoying, but Badoo don't get burned. And I think this is Alakazam. Oh, it's... What, Starmie Frostlass? Is it Starmie Frostlass? Is that what we're doing? And Myrtle? I don't... no, this was always... I said on Tuesday we were playing this today. I have to get through all the decks eventually. I just, I prioritize some over others. Well, this is gonna get weird. This is gonna be a game where Steven Starmery actually might be useful. Oh my god, seriously? I should have known. I should have known that this was gonna happen. This is the first time I've prized Precious Trolley in the longest time, but I can easily make a comeback here because the Starmie's going to be burned, right? The Starmie will be burned. They're not knocking out the Heatran, which is actually kind of a bad thing for me. I kind of wish they were knocking out the Heatran because they're going to put 50 damage on a Metang, and I'm kind of screwed there. So they're going to knock out a Metang unless I can protect it somehow. But the Steven Starmery might be good for us because I'm going to come up short on the Starmie unless I can find my Brave Bangle with the Metagross. So what I have to do is, number one, hope they don't find bosses off of the Judge to 4. And hope they're not playing Baby Frostlass, which I hope they're not, which I don't think they are. Here. Okay. That's bad. But what the hell are they playing? Okay, I was expecting some of these cards. I was not expecting that. All right, so they're going to attack into a Beldum. I have to load up the Metang that is not Beldumified. Oh, this is going to get real weird real quick. Because they can kind of do a butt wipe if I'm not careful here. Oh, because I prized Precious Trolley. Yeah, so they can essentially go bosses this Beldum. And, oh, the damn bubbly energy. Damn you. Damn you to hell. All right, let's see what the Metang get me first. Because there is a world I knock out the There is a world where I knock out the Starmie. It's a very unlikely, but there is a world where the Starmie gets knocked out. All right, so I'm not going to take the chance that I knock out the Starmie, because we know we're not knocking out the Starmie. There's no world where I knock out that Starmie this turn. So I have to play the percentages. Ooh, we got the Shaman. That is interesting, because technically it doesn't really help. Right? Technically, the Shaman doesn't help in this situation. Right? If you think about it logically, what does the Shaman do? It protects the Metang, but as long as they don't get a bosses, Like, no matter what, I'm going to have a Metang survive. So the Shaman just kind of takes up a bench spot. So I think I want to keep the Shaman a secret for now. Because what exactly does the Shaman do? It stops this Metang, but it takes up a bench space that I need for Beldam anyway. So if I put the Shaman down, I'm still potentially only going to have one Metang next turn anyway. Boom. I mean, I did judge them into a Lilies, which sucks. Incineroaring, that would never happen. You know, it's not like they're playing all the card draw in the world. So this is actually good that they're going to focus on this guy, because now I have a Metagross KO. I need 1 energy off of 2 Metang. You know, maybe I should have put the 4th energy on the Heatran. The reason putting a 4th energy on the Heatran to do 200 damage would have helped is because I can't do math properly, and I thought 200 plus 150 would have been a knockout. But no, this was the correct call. Metagross is absolutely cracked like a butt, and everyone should be playing Metagross. Because in the olden days, I would be like, oh, I have to find another Heatran. Oh, man, I have to find a Regigigas. Regigigas wouldn't do it. I have to find Heatran. I have to find my second Heatran. I have to do all this crazy stuff. I have to jump through all these hoopas just to have the slightest chance of winning. Now it's just like, oh, just evolve a Metang into Metagross and I win. How do I win now? Just evolve a Metang into a Metagross, and that's literally it. That's all you do. There's no other craziness. You just do that. And Hilda, okay, Hilda, I was worried about a Wally's Compassion, but you think they have to cut some things. Because their version of the deck is a little bit bloated, like me after eating Taco Bell, and then For the Win's like, I'm not in the mood, and I'm just like, oh, I like it gassy. I'll call you my little coughing, and you can spray me with your suspicious gas all you want, For the Win. But they had to cut something to make room for Dracloak and everything, right? Wait, are they retreating? You jerk face. Okay, they know what they're doing. This is bad. My opponent knows what they're doing. This is really not good. Okay. I always hate it when they know what they're doing. It's unfair. Okay, so let's get these guys out of here. Oh, man. Okay, so in this situation, I think I do nothing. In this situation, I think I do nothing. And I just pretend like I didn't get it like that, right? I do nothing, pretend I didn't get it. Oh, wow, I don't even have to... I do nothing and pretend like I didn't get it like that. Oh, I actually don't have to... I don't actually have to pretend. 17 energy. Apparently that's not enough. All right, so I'm going to go into this Metagross because, I mean, if they have a Dragapult Crispin, I'm screwed anyway. But that was hilarious. So the good news is that all of my energy is on the top of the deck. Because what you have to remember with Metang is that, yeah, that's a Wally's. I was expecting that. I need the Heatran to kind of bail me out of this. But what you have to remember is that Metang takes the non-energy cards and puts them on the bottom of your deck. So now I know that the top of my deck is going to be filled with energy. Oh, are they just going to take the knockout on the Heatran with an ass landing? Okay, so I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here, but I think it involves attacking with Starmie. Right? I think it somehow involves attacking with Starmie and hitting into the Dracloak and the Dreepy, maybe? All right, let's see what happens here. Yep, didn't... Oh, I forgot I shouldn't shuffle the deck. That was my bad, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I just need 1 energy off of this guy. We'll be fine. Everything's great. Deck is full of energy. I told you. I told you. All right, and then Shaman down. And yeah, I need to play with my balls. Okay, so I want to keep the energy in my hand. I want to go Sonic Double. I don't want to knock out the Fan Rotom. It is very important that I do not knock out the Fan Rotom. And then I go for Dreepy Dracloak. But Uncle Juna, that was all part of the plan, because there was good cards on the bottom that I wanted to draw into. Maybe that's an excuse. But they're in a really tough spot because if they have Crispin and like Crispin with, I'm not sure what, but if they have Crispin, they probably have a bunch of energy in their hand. Like they have 10 cards in hand. There's probably a bunch of energy. Retreating this Fan Rotom is not going to be easy for them. But Poilet, you could knock out the Fan Rotom. Your Steven Skarmory does 50 damage to your opponent's Pokemon. Why didn't you go for the Fan Rotom, Trust Your Pilot? It would have been the smart thing. Why didn't you do it? The reason is because this deck relies on having one energy on their Pokemon at a time. And look at what's happening over there. They're having some troubles getting it up here. All right, so if I knock out the Starmie is still going to be a big problem here. There's a Beldum, absolutely goated top deck. Okay, so there's nothing to get. I'm just going to Sonic Double. I have to try and keep my energy as preserved as possible ahead of a Heatran, because Heatran is how I can knock out the Mega Starmie. So there's quite a few things I can do. It depends what they do. I think I want them to knock out the Starmie. That would be first. And then I have to Transceiver for Night Stretcher, but that's not great. Like I have to Transceiver for Petrol for Night Stretcher, which doesn't seem good. But I know that they have Wally's Compassion. And they're probably in a position where they have a lot of energy in the discard pile. Bosses. Do they know they can't really do anything right now? Do they know that there's not a whole lot? They have to put the 50 on the Genesect, because that's the only one they can hit. They did go and get a Bosses. I'm not quite sure who they're going to target. Okay, they're going for the Metagross. They have to put the 50 on the Genesect, because the Shaman doesn't protect the Genesect. I'm going to have to Metallic Hammer. I know they have Wally's Compassion. Fun fact, they're doing the thing that... they're activating my Nebula Beam. Uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is actually better. This is better because now I can Steven Starmie, the Meowth and the Starmie. Oh, this is not better. This is so much worse. This is so much worse. They Nebula Beamed me. But they got to be out of energy, right? Okay, so there's Nebula Beam, does 210. That's fine. I have a Metang. There's a Night Stretcher. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, so Transceiver for Petrol. I got 5 energy. That's unfortunate. I mean, a Brave Bangle could still do it, I guess. All right, so let's go. But I mean, they have to be out of bosses, right? They've used 2. I've cut off their card draw. I can do 50 to each of these guys. But I think in this situation, it's just a believe in the heart of the cards. Right, I could also go for special red card, but I'm just gonna go for it, right? Let's go Night Stretcher for Heatran. And this way, I know they're out of bosses. They have to be freaking out of bosses. They have to be out of bosses. There's no way they're playing 3 bosses in a Wally's Compassion deck. Let's see what we get here. 4 and 4. Uh-oh. 4 and 4. Simplest thing in the world. 4 and 4. Okay, wait, is that 3 hundo? I think that's 3 hundo. All right, and then I'm gonna attach to this guy, Sonic Double. Or do I just retreat and hit into them? But no, because they're gonna have Wallies. Oh, man, I don't know. Because they are just the bosses away from winning this game. But as long as they don't find a third bosses, as long as the third bosses doesn't materialize out of fat air, we'll be totally fine. Right? Because I'm knocking out the Starmie. The only 2 prize liability I have is the Genesect. I have my Heatran. My Heatran is going to knock out their Starmie. You have to look at their list, okay? You have to look at they put Dracloak into a Starmie Frostlass deck with the Dunsparce. They have Shaman. They have Frostlass. They have at least 2 Ignitions. They have Bubbly Water. They have Wallies. They got Hildas. There is absolutely no shot they're playing a third boss's orders. That is the trust your pilot guarantee, okay? They blowed me. They're blowing me right now. And trust your pilot is guaranteeing that they're not going to have another bossing me around. All right, so Heatran goes up front. I save the... Ooh, that's a judge. That's pretty good. Okay, so I still need like 1 energy, don't I? I still need like 1 energy. Because that's 3 hundo. Wait, that's 350? I need 2. Uh-oh. I need 2. So I have to go Meowth for the other energy recycler. I have to Meowth for the other energy recycler, or else I would lose. I could just go for the Brave Bangle. The Brave Bangle also gets it, but the thing is that I'm losing all of my energy. So you're probably thinking, but Boylet, why wouldn't you go for the Brave Bangle? Because Heatran discards all energy. So I'm going to need some energy for next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it actually makes more sense in the long run to do this. Yeah, Felipe is not in the discard pile, but Felipe is a thing. All right, so 300. I just need 1. Thank you. I just needed 1. And then I'll attach. Oh, no, I don't want to attach to that guy. I just want to go 4 hundo. See, I told you that 50 damage on the Steven Starmie. I have been absolutely blown away by Steven Starmie, which is how useful it's been. Oh, yeah, this is the game where I prize the trolley. But this card has overperformed. That was PDCGL. That wasn't me. They have a bosses, don't they? But this card has absolutely overperformed for me. This is your Abra Alakazam counter. Screw Team Rocket's Articuno Kangaskhan. This knocks out 2 Abra every single turn. That's much more fun. There's no way they have boss energy. Thank you. Okay. That is how you can tell that we're winning this game, is because they would not have red carded me if they had bosses. And the other funny thing is that I hit them for a weakness. So I have to take the knockout. Oh, I just have to take the knockout with Genesect. But this is a Metagross deck, baby. Oh, God, I'm going to regret this. Okay, we have game. Okay, remember, we have game, but Trust Your Pilot is doing a funny. I mean, I do need 3 energy, but Trust Your Pilot is doing a funny. Okay? It's called doing a funny because he wants to. All right, so we're going to Transceiver for Petrol. We're going to Petrol for... we're going to Petrol for Trolley because that's the correct collie. Actually, no, is that the correct? I don't even think that's the correct call anymore, because Petrol for Trolley for Fez doesn't help necessarily. If I Petrol for Ultra Ball, or do I Petrol for Special Red Card? No, I Petrol for Ultra Ball. Yeah, Ultra Ball. Jeez. Trying to trick me into not being smart here. We Petrol for Ultra Ball so I can have a 0 card handy. Jeez. Trying to trick me into doing the wrong thing. That would never happen. All right, so let's go for Ultra Ball. And then, yes, Heart of the Cards time. We're going to get 2 off of this one, 2 off of the next one. It's already guaranteed. 2 off of this one, and then easiest dubs of the... Oh, dear God, no. Oh, dear God, no. No, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to have happen. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. No, this is what you don't understand, is this was all part of my plan. I've had this planned from the very beginning. And watch what's about to happen. Watch what I'm about to do. And look at this. I'm going to bounce back. They have to switch their active. You've never seen a bounce back that'll win someone the game. You've never seen someone in this position. You know, I had my back against the wall, but then I bounced back because they have to switch out their active. So even if I had cards in my hand, it doesn't matter. And they also can't knock out anybody. The only way they can win the game is if they have boss, ignition energy, retreat to use absolute snow, and they would have to boss a shaman or a Metang. No, they do not have an Ursa Luna. Okay? Surfing Beach doesn't work because you have to switch your active water with a benched water. So Surfing Beach means nothing when Fan Rotom is in the active. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. I have bounce back for game. Oh god. Oh god, please no. Please Pokeball. Please. Oh, yeah, you got no switch cards. Surfing Beach doesn't work because I'm the #1 PDC GL Metagross player in the world. And there you go. They conceded. They knew because bounce back took the KO. You know, 2 energy took the KO. See, even when I make mistakes, that just makes the game more fun. You don't know how games are going to end because I'm wild. Call me a Chansey in the Safari Zone because I'm wild. All right, that was a long game. That was a very long game. 20-minute game. Thank you. Yeah, never gonna let me down. Yeah, I'm the greatest showman. Call me Hugh Jackman because I'm the greatest showman. Because I jack off because I'm jacked. All right, let's play the Metagross one. Can I please run into Alakazam? That's all I want. This is the Team Rockets build. I just want to run into Alakazam. And Eevee, exactly Eevee. What a bounce back. Yeah, must have been the wind. I didn't hear anything. Did you? It doesn't. If nobody clips it, did I say anything sus? All right, Fettuccine. Yeah, if nobody clips it, did I say anything sus? If a tree falls in the woods, if a Mega Venusaur dumps in the jungle, does it make a sound? If nobody clips it, did Trust Your Pilot say anything sus? I don't have that command set up because I don't know how. See, being technologically challenged is good sometimes. This is an awkward start, but if I put this up front, they're gonna have no idea what's going on. Oh god. Well, I have the worst start imaginable. But this is awkward. I mean, I guess it's good that I'm gonna have 4 Beldum, but do I need 4 Beldum? Do I need 4 Beldum? Well, yeah, when you have an unplayable starting hand, you kind of do. So I'm in a situation where I just attach to the Kangaskhan and then hope my top deck is playable. Because all I have to do is attach an energy to Comet Punch. I flip 4 coins. No! Oh, God, come on. All right, this ain't going in the YouTube video. They're a dirty... I've already featured 2 Dragapult games in the YouTube video. I'm not going to put a 3rd Dragapult game. And Uncle Juna? Well, no, it's not. That's the thing. They knew what they were doing with Ghost Veil. Delmise is the main attacker. Damn it. I don't have... Hang on. I gotta whip it out real quick. Give me a second while Trust Your Pilot whips it out. Let me guess. I'm going to top deck an energy, and I would have won if they hadn't Crushing Hammered. Oh, wow, that's even worse. That is somehow even worse. They have a Dragapult with everything. So Delmise is the main card in the deck. You're not going to be attacking with Poltergeist or Sinistergeist or whatever the hell it's called. You're not going to be attacking with Banette very much. Like, you'll attack with Banette once just to help a bad start. Because Banette is 80 damage, go get any card. Delmise is the main attacker. Seriously, bro? Seriously? They hit a Crushing Hammer, then they go turn 2 bosses. This Recloaked is going to solo me. Call me a hand because they're going to solo me. Okay, I'm getting everything but energy. In a deck with 17 energy, I'm getting all of my energy recovery. But this one-shots Dragapult if you have Lewis Clefairy. It sets up KOs. So, like, yeah, Battle Cage can be a bit of a problem. Team Rocket's Articuno can be a bit of a problem. But if you play Legacy Energy, they essentially have to knock out 7 Delmise to beat Ghost Veil, whatever deck they're playing. And I'll take my odds. I'll take my chances having them knock out 7 Delmise to win. And don't forget, against Team Rocket Spidops, they have to evolve into Spidops. So Spidops isn't protected by Articuno. At a certain point, their Articuno are going to be useless, and they're going to have to get Spidops. At that point, you can start doing the thing. But most Ghost Veil decks play like 4 bosses, which is insane to me. But they play about 4 bosses, which is really cool, and you just pick and choose your targets. I think the issue is that it can lack in certain matchups. Like Excadrill seems like a bit of a problem. But let me just get the tier list. I'm excited that we have a format where there's 2 new decks, right? This is why I'm so excited for Pitch Black, is Excadrill and Ghost Veil seem playable. That is all I want in life, is a playable deck, and that's what we're getting. And imagine if I was playing Steven Starmery. And Clamburglar, I'm sorry, I was playing a good deck. I'm sorry, I didn't want to, but I had to play a good deck. Oh my god. This is insane. All right, well, I guess I have to bosses the Dreepy. And yeah, I'm gonna go for the energy and attach it to the Kangaskhan and see what happens. Slim Shady, you can watch my video. I think it's terrible. But Dill Daddy, yeah, Gladion is great. Gladion is just going to be insane in Tastical Festival. But I'm going to look at the results for the Japanese Championship. I'll probably get a video up on Wednesday, because tomorrow is the 30th celebration preview number 2. And the Japan Championships are like our one and only snapshot of what Pitch Black is going to look like. Because you really cannot trust the gym battles. It is all wacky and wild. But yeah, Shady, I played Dragalogy. It's just not good enough. They can retreat. They can evolve. Well, they can't evolve because everything's going to die. But there's just so many things that block it. And that's my problem, is even if they can't retreat, they can just have a mist energy, or they can have a rocky fighting energy, or they can have a bubbly water energy, or, they have Monkey Dory. The problem with the Dragapult matchup with Dragalogy is that they play Monkey Dory. So they'll take 160 to the face, and then they'll heal 30 with Monkey Dory, and you basically just help them out. And maybe it'll be good in 2 years. If Dragalogy is good in 2 years, there's no possible way, right? Because Crispin will be gone by that point. I've got some bad news for everybody. The entirety of the Pokemon anime is going to be on Disney+. Disney just bought the rights. All the Pokemon anime will be on Disney+ now. No, Juna, no. It is, I'm just going to concede if I don't top pick anything good. No, the effect is on your opponent's active. It's not like the Pecharunt. The effect is on the opponent's active, so they would have to switch for the 16 damage to go down to 1. Grebulon, because right now you can subscribe to like 4 different streaming services to get individual seasons. Now they're going to all be in one place. That is so annoying, isn't it? Maybe they disconnected, because I don't know if they're here. But if you didn't know, the first couple seasons, I think, are on YouTube for free. And that's probably part of the thing is they're just free on YouTube. They're gonna stay there, but not all the episodes. All right, well, Regigigas time. And Shady, the problem is that Dragapult just always has a way around it. Wait, maybe they're not here. I'm gonna take a chancey that maybe they're not here, and I can sneak a win here. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna sneak a win. Oh, they're here. Damn it. All right. All right. Boo. I was trying to sneak a win there. But it's just, you have to look at Dragology as, how does it fare in the current meta? And you look at the current meta, a lot of people are playing Mist Energy and Rocky Fighting for Alakazam, and those are terrible for Dragology. And the other issue with Dragology is that it needs 2 energy, when I would much rather just have Starmie Frostlass, right? Dragology does what Starmie Frostlass do, but for 2 energy instead of 1. And, yes, it doesn't have a weakness, but it's weak to Psychic if they have Clefairy, and that's a huge problem. All right, let's put the Shaman up front. So it is so tough to, I wanted Dragology to be good. I let myself drink the Kool-Aid of the people in the comments being like, Dragology's actually goated, Pilot. What are you talking about? Dragology's actually sus, as the kids these days would say. And then it didn't end up being sus. It ended up being cringe. I know, right? It ended up being cringe. How terrible. All right, well, this is Raging Butt. Yeah. I can't knock out a Raging Bolt with Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, which is a bit of a problem. But I can Petrol for Trolley. Wait, did they not get a Raging Bolt? Wait, what? Wait, are you playing a Raging Bolt deck and you didn't go and get a Raging Bolt off of Cyrano? And the Spy Who Shagged Me, Dragology being good as Copium. I mean, we hoped, right? I hoped, we all hoped, but yeah, it kind of fizzled out. I think I'm facing Raging Bolt, but this could be Ogerpon Clefairy. I didn't prize Trolley. That's good. It does happen from time to time. I go Trolley for Beldum, Genesect, because I have Brock Scouting for next turn, so I can get Heatran. I have Regigigas if they attack. Oh, this is a great matchup. This is an insane matchup because Ogerpon gets knocked out by Regigigas, and even better than that is Clefairy is weak to Metal. So if they're not playing Raging Bolt, oh crap, I should have, nah, it's fine. We're fine, everything's great. If I get 3 energy, oh, I got 2, damn it. Do I put 30 on the Kangaskhan? Does it matter? I guess. Sure. I mean, this can be like my pivot card, I guess, if things go bad. Naturally. Naturally. But I guess the Shaman can be my pivot card. I also kind of want to bait them into knocking out the Shaman because they can't knock out the Genesect with Ogerpon. It resists grass and it has no energy on it. They can knock out the Genesect with a Clefairy, though. But if they take the knockout with Clefairy, then I just knock it out with Metagross, and I don't even have to discard the energy to knock it out with Metagross. And there's an Area 0 Underpants. That's okay. The Team Rocket's Factory, well, I was going to say the Team Rocket's Factory did its job, but it didn't. It got me 2 Metal Energy, which is the only 2 cards I don't want in this deck. So you literally did the opposite of your job, which was to get me playable cards. You got me freaking basic energy. Okay, this is fine. Everything is fine. I am going to attack with Genesect. The reason I'm attacking with Genesect is because I'm a cool person. And I don't want to waste anyone good on a Passimian, because their support of this turn was Crispin. If I knock out the Passimian, that's good, because by knocking out the Passimian with Genesect, they have to expose a good attacker. They have to expose somebody who's useful, and I win the prize trade, because we're trading 1 for 1, then we'll trade 2. Oh, crap. Okay. That's not good. That is really bad, but a bosses can win me this game. All right, I'm still in bosses. Oh, no, because they can't knock it out because of Protect Charge. Oh, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. All right. Call me. What are you, my stepsister? Because I really like Genesest. I don't know where I was going with that one. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Okay, so Brock scouting for... Actually, let's get the evolutions out first. Double Metagross. I want Fez, Heatran, or Fez Regigigas. I'm not actually sure here, but Fez definitely. Fez, I think Fez Regigigas. I think that one makes the most sense, because the reason I go for Regigigas is because if they attacked with somebody better, I have Metagross for that. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I just need to hit 1 energy off of these 2 Metang. That's it, just 1 energy. Thank you. All right, then the rest will go on to a Metagross. Yep, and then I put... do I split them? I think I go 1 there, 1 on the... Oh, God, yeah, 1 on the Beldum. And then I attach that one. I probably draw into like 3 energy anyway. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, and then I will evolve into this Metagross because I'm feeling like an idiot. I think that's what I do. So they probably think they're knocking out the Genesect, and they're going to play their turn as if, oh, I'm knocking out the Genesect. That's free. That's a free KO for me. But little do they know, Protect Charge is the anti-Moltres. You know, you ever watch that a Green Lantern cartoon from like 15 years ago that had 2 seasons and was surprisingly good, and the villain was the Anti-Monitor, because the Monitor was like Oliver Queen in the CW universe for no reason, and it made no sense. But yeah, you can call me the anti-Moltres. Orichalcum Fang? Okay, so they must have a bosses? So they're going to boss the Fez. This is why I didn't put any energy on the Fez, was just in case. But it looks like they're going for a Meowth for bosses. They're going to Orichalcum in my... Oh. Do they must already have the bosses? Okay, yeah, they already have the bosses. They still need a fighting energy, though. Oh, dear God. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Because everything is fine. Ooh, that's actually really good. Ooh, that's actually great. I do have to make a decision, though. Well, you put all of your hope into an unfair stamp for fighting energy. You put all of your hope into that. That was your strategy? I don't feel bad for you, stale bread. All right, well, how much energy we got? Because I need 3. I have 2 in the discard pile. I have 2 Metang. I mean, I'd really like to be able to attack with Fez and Skibidi this turn, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, please, okay, is this going to be 3? Oh, God. I hate this game so much. I hate this game so much. Even when you do everything right, PDCGL still says, just slaps you across the butt cheek and is like, no, bad pilot. I do not let you do anything right. All right, so they can knock out a Metang or a Beldum. The Pheasantipity will survive, and I'll be able to draw some cards. And yeah, obviously they're going to go for a Metang. Oh, they're... Now they're out of energy. Okay, this isn't going to be in the YouTube video. If anyone has any questions for the former #1 PDC jail player in the world, now will be the time. Oh, What? I thought the sad face was that you didn't have it. Because they have the torrential pump, and then they'll knock out a Metang, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing. And then I guess they torrential pump. I can fez. They have to shuffle in 3 energy. They're gonna be down to 4 prizes. I can attack. So I think I go for bosses on the Mega Kangaskhan, right? I think boss the Kangaskhan makes the most sense here. And then knock it out with Metagross and then hope that's enough. That's perfect. I literally just need 1 energy off of this Metal Maker. I top decked an energy. I top decked an energy. So I thought, okay, there must be another one up there. Oh my god. Okay, no, this is hilarious. We're having so much fun today. We are having all of the fun today at Trust Your Pilot's expense. It's great. So can I just quickly recap that sequence of events? My top deck was a metal energy. So then I used Metal Maker to find 1 metal energy to take the knockout with Metallic Hammer. I hit nothing. So then I fez for 3 cards to hopefully get a Night Stretcher to find a Metang, and then I got Ultra Ball 2 energy when my Metang is in the discard pile. Awesome. All right, so I don't think they can do anything this turn, and I actually have a Metagross now. But, I mean, I do have to be a little concerned about Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, but also that's a Fez KO away from getting knocked out. Huh. But, Juna, I remembered. I know I'm not supposed to check my prizes and know what's in my prizes, because that's what a nerd does, but I remembered that I prized a Metang, so I did know. Okay. In this situation, I can bosses the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Yeah, I mean, but it has 0 energy on it. What are the odds that they have Crispin Energy Switch? There's 0 chance they have Crispin Energy Switch, right? Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Well, then I think I overload a Metagross. Right? Because if they go a little crazy here, then we should be fine. All right, who is my backup attacker right now? If I put the Regigigas down, no, I think I just start attaching to this guy. And then, yeah, I have all the things I need. We're taking 3 prizes. Metallic Hammer. And then, yes. Yeah, Meowth being able to take a KO is always funny. Like, Meowth can literally win me this game. If the opportunity arises like chaos in my pants, I will do it. For you, Eevee, for you, Juna, I will do it. If I can knock out this Wellspring Mask Ogerpon with a Meowth for game, I will do it. That is the Trust Your Pilot promise. See, it's better than the Trust Your Pilot guarantee. That's how you know I'm serious. And kilometers, no, I watched the CW. The first season of The Flash was so good. And it was so funny because it's filmed in Vancouver, and I'm like, hey, I know that place. That's not what they said it is. That's not the place they think it is. Okay, here we go. I have Fez. I might have to judge depending on what I get, but I'm gonna Fez and hope. And Juna, I got some bad news. Stale bread has crumbled under the pressure. They're going to bump their Wellspring Mask. Yeah, stale bread has crumbled under the pressure. They are a butt face. It is confirmed. They are a butt face. I'm sorry to say. Everyone, say stale bread is a butt face. And I talk. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It was written in the stars, but PDCGL decided no. PDCGL decided it did not want to be our friend today. All right, so there's a Genesect. Yeah, there's 3. Lil Frizz, I doubt it. You can always check, but I doubt it. All right, so the reason that I'm thinning the deck is because there's a chance we don't get this. The reason I'm thinning the deck is there's a chance we whiff. I need 1 out of 5 energy. 1 out of 5. Thank you. Let's see how close it would have been. But I had 5 energy in the deck. I needed 1. Oh my god. There were 5 energy in the deck. I needed 1. 1 of the top 8 cards in my deck was energy. That was so close. And Incineroaring, I actually had the same question because I was like, why is that in the deck? It makes no sense. It's there for the Alakazam matchup and the Alakazam matchup alone. Well, Lil Frizz, you can test it out. All you have to do is have a bench Pokemon attack with Lucario and have energy in the discard pile. But the whole reason for the Articuno and the Kangaskhan is you just attacked with the Kangaskhan against Alakazam, and they can't do anything to it, so they can't knock out Kangaskhan, they can't knock out Alakazam, so you win the matchup. And yeah, PDCGL 1/3, and it's also good in other matchups. Right, like 220 isn't a bad number, right? You can knock out Ogerpons and Latiasses and Pheasant Skibidys, you just have to play Petrol. So it doesn't really work with bosses, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's fine. It's a fine combo. But you'll notice how I haven't faced a single Alakazam deck today. I don't know if you noticed that, but I didn't face a single Alakazam deck today. All right, so this is PDCGL 130, and I'm playing the Team Rockets build. And it's gross. All right, well, let's Metallic Signal, go get double Metang. All right, did I prize any Beldum? I prized a Beldum. That's okay, because we have Team Rocket's Transceiver for Petrol. But guess what? I'm not going to be able to use the trolley next turn because I'm going to be item locked. Why did I go first? Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm an idiot. And I didn't think... Wait, why are they whacking Wake? But if anyone has any suggestions for what to play on Monday, let me know, because I'm leaning towards Ceruledge. So I am good at edging, so I'm leaning towards Ceruledge because it has Prism Tower and Delphox. So there's more than enough reason. I also have Mega Charizard is a possible option. All right, so there's the trolley. And Yogurt Enema, that is a thing in Japan right now. Let's go and get, I guess, Shaman Regigigas. No, Shaman Regigigas. No, a new deck. But yeah, that's actually a thing in Japan right now, is Tinkaton Energy Discard with Bastiodon. Local RNG. Who did you tell me? You tell me who you heard that from. I need to pay them a visit. They must not have smooth feet. They must be a sock wearer. You tell me who told you. I need to find them and have a chat with them. Cerulege is not, no, but like new cards, right? Prism Tower is a new card. Delphox is a new card. Both of those help. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is awesome. So that's what I'm leaning towards. It is it's new enough, right? It's new enough. And I think I just hit into the active. I don't think I mess around by bossing anybody. I just go for it. Like I have the attack. You know, I have Metagross just chilling like a villain. And they didn't return the energy, so I mean, there's no way they get a bosses, right? There's no shot they get a bosses. I'm gonna freaking overload. I'm gonna blow my overload onto this Metang, knowing it's gonna become a Metagross next turn. They're not top decking a freaking bosses, okay? And yeah, our Chaladon, I want to play Felipe with Hop Zacian, but I want to try something else, right? I want to try Felipe with Hop Zacian. PB, that's not new, right? There's nothing that helps. Like, are you talking about the new Trevenant? No, because I'd rather just play Azelf. I've smack talked this card too much that I can't. I've smack talked this card way too much because it's just a worse Azelf. It's just a worse Azelf. Claydol, I haven't tried yet. Claydol, I'm excited for, but I know it's not going to work. And it's simply logical, RNG. It's simply logical. All right, then we'll do that. They did take a knockout, so I guess I Fez and Skibidi. Somehow it wasn't all energy. I thought that was going to be just pure energy. All right, let's go 1, 2, and yeah, I'm going to start loading up a Regigigas. And there's a Regigigas. I have nothing that I need to do, and then we'll Metallic Hammer. The problem with that is the energy goes back into your deck. Right? Like I'm looking for another metal type to combo with Zacian to be like, Felipe helps metal decks become playable. Or, you know, I'm going to do a back Felipe. Yeah, there's Claydol, there's Tauros, there's Cerulege. So I have some options. But I'm going to be in such a good spot after this stream that I have to basically spend my time on tomorrow losing. Because I'm going to be in like the 1550s after this stream. So I think I kind of want to ease myself into it. I want to go into Cerulege, then ease myself. You know, that's a good deck, but not a overpowering deck like Metagross. And I just want to sort of ease myself into the bad decks again. Oh, I'm going for that Meowth. And one of my issues with the Tauros is, let me just get it real quick. One of my issues with the Tauros is that it gets better with Pitch Black. Because remember, in Pitch Black, we're getting Retry Badge. And Logical, they're all bots. But we're getting Retry Badge in Pitch Black, so that makes this card much, much better. Because Retry Badge lets you reflip, so you can basically improve every matchup in the world. All right, so let's go. If I get an energy, I'm knocking out the Meowth. I got 2 energy, I'm knocking out the Meowth. Easy claps there. All right, Meowth, get out of here. And yeah, we take the KO. But I think it's just such a tough call because that's when I'd want to revisit it, is when we get Retry Badge and this becomes a better card. Yeah, reflipping means you get to suck twice. But with 6 Tauros in play, I can play this. It seems fine. They seem to be forgetting that Mirage Barrage is useless, and so is Shinobi Blade. But yeah, I am excited for it. I just don't know quite where it fits. And then there's Claydol. This one, it seems very obvious, right? Just play it with Frostlass. I know I can also play it in like a Baby Ursa Luna deck. I can play it with Lunatone Solrock, Baby Ursa Luna, but I think Frostlass is where I'd try it the most, like Frostlass, Monkey Dory, Badoo. And it is our best Devolver, digital. It is our best Devolver in format, and it's, it has boosts. And I've also noticed a couple wacky decks from Japan that I'm keeping secret. Because how many streams do I have left until Pitch Black? Because Pitch Black is just over a month away. What's the date today? So Pitch Black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks on Thursday. So that's like 20. I have like 20 streams, probably like 15 to 20 streams. Thank you, Clan Burglar. I have 15 to 20 streams, probably closer to 15 before the next. Oh, wow. Get wrecked. Get absolutely. Whoa, wait, why was it backwards? Wait, why was it backwards? That was weird. Usually it's this way, but it was this way. Did PDCGL not think we were looking or something? And they're like, whoops, that you're not supposed to see that. All right, I was going to BM them and go for more energy. Because you have to remember, in the 2 or so weeks leading up to Pitch Black, I won't be streaming like more than once or twice because I have to do the pre-release guide, best new decks, top 10, full set list, free decks, crafting guide, all that stuff. Wow, I'm doing too well. This is scary. Is this what it's like to be a good player? I've forgotten these times. And Eevee, that's where all the views come from. That's the problem, is that's where all the views come from, because the gameplay videos get a subsection of my subscribers, but the preview videos, those expand my reach to the stars above. Extend my reach to the stars above, not expand my reach. Those extend my reach to the stars above, so it's the gameplay videos, those get a certain part of the audience, the preview videos get another part of the audience. So I kind of have to do both to please everybody. And I do like doing it because it gets me in the mood for it. So it's like, yeah, it's not the best, but I do enjoy doing it because it helps me understand the... Ooh, it's a Felipe deck. Okay, that's cool. All right, did I prize? We got Meowth, we got Petrol, we got Trolley. And I know, I mean, they could technically, theoretically, it is possible for them to take the knockout next turn. Theoretically, it is possible. And I think I'm just gonna get rid of the Fez. Let's get rid of the Metagross. We don't need no Metagross in here. We're gonna go for Beldum. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be totally fine. Because then I'm going to attack next turn. We just need 1 energy, guaranteed. And yeah, the King Gambit I was looking at, but it's just there's not really good metal decks, right? I'll leave myself a note for Felipe. There's the Transformation Tome decks. There's Mega Zygarde. There's that wacky idea that people have online with, double Ursa Luna, Iron Leaves, Ursa Luna twice, Iron Leaves, Transformation Tome Zygarde, turn 1, thingy thing. But it really is just Mega Mawile, right? It's just Felipe for Mega Mawile and maybe Zacian. I love how the card gets smaller. I love how they changed it to make the cards smaller. That was everyone's complaint, is I really wish the cards were smaller and harder to see. Did I just get everything that I could possibly ever want in the world because I was too greedy turn 1? Did I just get rewarded for being greedy? I mean, I usually do that for the win at night, but I mean, to have it happen to me? All right, how many Metang we got? We got all the Metang. I mean, I could take a Sonic Ripper, but I think I just go for Shaman here. Logical, exactly. Never punished except for the times that I am. And then let's go get some Metang. Boom. Really regretting getting rid of that Metagross. Really regretting losing that Metagross. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's cool. 1, 2, and then sure, let's put one on the Shaman as my Pevact. And then I can't really overload this Metang with energy because they're threatening a double. But as you'll notice with starting next week with the decks that I play, we've shifted from Pilot has excitement for the format and he can't wait to play these decks to, well, I guess I'll play Claydol. It's gone from, oh man, I can't wait to try the new Metagross to, I guess I'll play Claydol. Oh, Cerulege got Prism Tower. Let's see how that goes. You know, Tauros has a new Tauros. Let's see what that does. But the excitement factor is down a little bit. And like this card, I want to try to make this card work, but you can't really build a deck around it. And Juna, there's only one way to find out. But I want to try to make this work. My issue, they're probably going to go for the Shaman. Oh, they're going for the Metang. Okay, that's fine. But you need like, oh my god, seriously, bro? You need 11 energy to do anything, is the problem. Alright, so obviously I knock out the active with Genesect. They suck a butt, and then I should be fine. That's the strat. But it's just Skarmory does 220 and Zacian has 230. And then I only have energy in my hand. Yeah, the Xerneas is a good card. It's just like, do I put it in Gardevoir? Well, that was Mega Floette, right? Mega Floette was the focus. I would want to focus on Xerneas. I'd want to build a deck that focuses solely on this guy. All right, let's Metang. Put some energy onto the Skarmory, and I mean, I guess I could technically, I guess it makes more sense to take the, no, never mind. I was going to say, I think it makes more sense to take the knockout with Skarmory, doesn't it? But I'm taking 30 less, so there's no way they can knock out my Genesect unless they have Felipe, right? Unless they can Brave Slash. Well, the other option is Glass Trumpet Energy Switch. I can do Glass Trumpet, I can do Wondrous Patch and Glass Trumpet, so sort of like how I played a Azumarill. You just flood the field with energy, play with like Terapagos or something, flood the field with energy, and then couple energy switches, Wondrous Patch, smooch them. I can make it work. I'm just worried about the fact that I would play Mystery Garden. And Logical, it does not. But between Glass Trumpet and Wondrous Patch, I can literally have like 10 energy in one turn. The problem is I'd probably have to play Mystery Garden over Battle Cage. And, oh, right, I forgot about the Cramorant. My bad. Okay, well, I think this is a Metagross turn. I'm going to go into the Shaman, Metagross it up, but I know that this is going to struggle against Dragapult. Dragapult will always win against any Xerneas deck because they'll always have to have Lilith Clefairy in play, and they'll always find a way to boss the Lilith Clefairy. Wait, what's the sad face? You're taking the knockout. They gave me a grr face. They're like, arg. I don't know why. All right, there's a Pheasant Skibidi, so I can knock out the Wooloo, but I don't want to do that. So let's let's Lilies. No, let's Fez first. Let's Fez first and then Lilies. Ooh, that's good. All right, so special red card. And then, ooh, remember when I got rid of that Metagross earlier? And you all said I was crazy? Remember when I got rid of Metagross? You were like, why would you do that? That's a dumb idea. This is why. Because it's a genius idea. I'm a freaking genius. Uh-oh. No, still a genius. Still a genius. You can't prove that I'm not. Oh, God. Oh, no. Nope, still a genius. Still a genius. Still wearing jeans. This is fine. I'm going to get a Metang off of this, and then with the Metang, I'm going to find 2 energy. Okay, I mean, technically, I might do it. I have the Night Stretcher. I can Ultra Ball away the petrol and the energy, go for the Metang. See? You always doubt me. You always doubt me, and I always pull out at the last second. That is my skill. Oh, see? I told you. No one believes in me. No one believes me until it's too late. And then I didn't even have to put all the energy on the Metagross. That was kind of dumb. That was kind of stupid. But it was funny. Okay, it was funny. And they can't Felipe and Zacian in the same turn, so I think this guy is surviving. Right? Right? We'll be fine. They can't knock out my Metagross because a Cramorant can only do enough damage. A Cramorant can only do all the damage. Okay, so they're going to go for a Cramorant. They're going to knock out the Metagross. That's okay, because then I can Skarmory the Snorlax. The issue, of course, is if they attach to the Zacian, then I have to be worried. I think I have to be worried anyway. So it's probably going to be a case of Metagrossing the... Oh, man, yeah. The stupid Zacian having 230 hit points when the Skarmory does 220 damage. That's a feels bad. Oh, there's a Meowth? Okay. They have to Meowth for probably a Lilies. They can Bosses and bring up the Fez, but then that just exposes their toes. Or they could go for Felipe and go for the Metagross KO. I don't think they're going to go for Felipe, but it could be funny. It could be funny. Yeah, you did it. Okay, you did it. Good. They're going for the Felipe KO on the Metagross. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Why did you... I thought they didn't... What? Why'd they do that? That was weird. I'm confused right now. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. Very strange. And then I guess I just Gravity Mountain. That was very strange though, right? Because I can Skarmory and KO the Meowth. So I just need to thin everything out essentially and put 1 energy on everybody just to have 1 energy on everybody. I mean, they can win, but they would have to have, like, they got Felipe, right? They got Felipe, so that means they can't have all the things they need. But I think if they got the disconnect glitch, it would have said they didn't take an action in time. And PB, I talked about them earlier. I'll talk about them in tomorrow's video. But this is one of the most disappointing cards I've ever seen. If they just made it a colorless attack cost, just a colorless attack cost, and it is playable, because it's an Alolan Exeggutor. It's an Alolan Exeggutor, and it would have been so good. It would have been so good. But no, this is the one that has the colorless attack cost. So annoying. Just they were so close to making it playable. And Cubu, I'm staying on the ladder, unfortunately, because I only have time for one game, and I'm trying to get a YouTube game. But GG's, what happened? How come we didn't use Felipe? Was I not paying attention? Well, you still could have used Felipe. Was it just you ran out of lilies, but you still had Felipe? I guess, yeah, you were pretty much in a situation where you had to hope you top deck bosses and then knock out the Starmery. But still, you gotta believe in the heart of the cards. All right, so I'm gonna leave myself a note for the Pikachu. And then yeah, just let me quickly snipe the Meowth. The Meowie. All right, there we go. Pikachu EX was a colorless attack cost away from being playable. But now it's reserved basically for lightning decks. And yeah, it happens. It happens. But GG all the same. It was close. I'm glad I got to see someone using the Felipe deck. And ooh, this is going to be interesting. We're one away from finding out if I get to 10 wins. And yeah, that is by far, I think, the worst one of the bunch. Is don't be sad that you lost, be happy that I won. That is the most just disrespectful thing to hear after you lose a game. And the fact that they encourage that is just so funny to me. Because if you said that at a tournament, after the tournament, at like a stream game, you'd get DQ'd. Right? If you jumped up and down after winning, you'd get disqualified, but it's like, that's an emote in this game. And Cubu, yeah, it's been on the back burner because I've been trying to find someone suitable. Oh, I want to gobble you down. I've been trying to find someone suitable other than Zacian because I want to do a combo. Yeah, you can check out my list on the old decks with new cards. Oh, hello. The old decks with new cards video. But yeah, I might lose turn one here. I have to put the Mega Mawile into play so I don't just lose the game. Isn't that sad? I probably should have retreated, but they're not gonna do it. I want to find another user. Our Chaladon seems redundant. Again, I know it's for a late game Mawile. It's if you've already Chaladon, it's for you to bridge the gap. But like, I want something spicy. The King Gambit, I could play that, and I could do like King Gambit energy switch if I have too much, but that doesn't seem good. Yeah, the thing is with Mawile is you never want it to see the field before the. Oh, okay, I win. I'm awesome. I win the game. Number one PTC jail player in the world. Wow, their hand was insane. Oh my god, their starting hand was Clefairy, Telepathic, Mystery Garden, Meowth. Okay. I hope they realize that they're in a bit of trouble here. Because, yeah, I should have just retreated the Beldum, but then they would have been able to two-shot the Mega Mawile, and obviously that's not good. Yeah, I'll look through all the metal types, because that's what I've been doing for a lot of things. I look through all the metal types, try to find if there's another funny partner, but Zacian, Mega Mawile are the top two. Our Chaladon and Metagross are, sure, things I can play. But it's just, so many types are lacking these days. And I want them to be better. All right, so fun fact, I don't actually use the trolley. Ooh, hello. Okay, so I go petrol for trolley. And then don't do anything. Petrol for trolley, and I don't do anything. And Quinn, we're going to find out if it's hope or cope, or real. We're going to find out if it's real or cope in a video on Wednesday. Because, oh, they got a Zoomeril. Because the Japanese tournament should be wrapping up now-ish, and then the results will be on Limitless, and I'll report them if there's anything to report. But yeah, extra Drill and Ghost Veil being playable. Not on my bingo card. All right, so I really don't want to exchange phone numbers with you. All right, so Heatran down, Precious Trolley for Beldum. And I guess if they have the Deoxys, nah, I don't care if they have the Deoxys, but I do want to thin my deck. So that's what we'll do. And then Petrol for, well, I got Mystery Garden. So do I want to put Gravity Mountain down or do I want to red card them? Nah, we're going to be, oh, I need Genesect, but I don't want to put Genesect into play. That's the problem, is I need Genesect, but I don't want to put Genesect into play. So let's go Huge Bite, 520. And Kane, I got some bad news. You should probably watch my Pitch Black preview video. I got some bad news about lightning types. Mega Magnetric, really good. Mega Magnetric is here to stay. The Mew EX might help it out in September to, you know, destroy Lucario, but I got some bad news for you. Registeel? What do you mean, the Registeel EX that's terrible? The Registeel is terrible, but I'll look at all the metal types. Yeah, and the Mega Heatran will be metal type. If they do, damn straight, if they do somehow manage to make Mega Heatran a fire types are saved. Because yes, as you said, Oricorio works well, but like we don't need another metal type Mega. We already have Extra Drill. We already have the thingy thing. We don't need more. Bandwagon's full. Please join another. All right, so I have to go up with the Heatran, and I have to get 5 energy here. Quiet. Quiet, you. All right, so I have to go Transceiver for Petrol. I really don't want to get the Genesect because they can just knock it out. So I can't get the Genesect because I lose the game. If I have 14 energy in deck, there's absolutely no shot I don't get 5, right? There's absolutely no shot I don't get 5 off of these guys. I'm going to go Metang. Press 5 if I'm going to get 5 here. Press 5 if I'm getting 5 energy. I literally just need 2 off of this one, then 1 off the Lilies. GG. Suck my butt. Yeah, you were all wrong because I got 3. Oh, never mind. See, you're all wrong. You were all wrong. Nobody believed. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that's a little excessive. All right, so then that'll go there, and then I have to go 5, and then 1 on this guy. And then I think I just have to Heart of the Cards it. But if I'm a little too crazy here, nah, Heart of the Cards, baby. Heart of the freaking cards. Because I just got rid of all their energy. What are they going to do? They need 3 energy to attack with a Zoomeril. There's a Skarmory. That's game. That is game. If I have to get 4 energy off the Metang, which is not likely. Oh, there's a Crispin. Okay, so there's no bosses. So they don't think I can get a Metagross. They don't believe in my power of perception. And they are taking a knockout because the Zoomeril is 60 plus 40 plus 40, so that's a knockout, but they are burned. And they're weak to metal, so, I mean, I win no matter what because I am him. All right, well, it's going to be kind of a sad video because it's basically just Dragapult, Starmie, Frostlass, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Do I lose this game? Hopefully not. There's a Gravity Mountain. That's a card out of the deck. That's good. I am going to believe in the heart of the cards here. If this is 3, though, uh-oh. Okay. So all the rest of the energy goes onto the Skarmory just in case. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. New strategy. New strategy. I go Night Stretcher for a Metal Energy. Watch this. Watch this goated play. I go Metal Energy, and then I Lilies the Metal Energy back into the deck. Okay, okay. Kind of worked, but not... Oh, I got it. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I get the Genesect. If there's anybody left, I get them. Yep, okay. I just need 1. I have 4 energy left in deck. I just need 1. Oh, God. I'm not going to hit it, am I? Oh, God. This is like the dream all over again. Okay. We're going to hit the energy. We have one of the top 4 cards of my deck has to be energy. There is no way that doesn't happen, okay? There is no way one of the top 4 cards isn't an energy. Oh, God. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. But I am so good at this game. Even when I start a Mega Mawile because I had to play it just so I don't immediately lose the game, I win. And the weakness advantage didn't matter because I would have knocked out the Clefairy without weakness. The Azumarill would have been knocked out without weakness. I can't remember what else I knocked out. But there you go. Metagross is better than Mega Floette or whatever that was, though that's not really saying much. All right, so maybe I'll put that in the YouTube video, even though it was just me spouting off nonsense towards the end. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? And just because I won a little bit too much today, is Metagross better than Slowking? Well, they go together like peanut butter and toast, right? They go together like peanut butter and toast. All right, so that was 10 to 11 wins. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. See, this is what happens when I play good decks. Everyone rags on me like, oh, you're not good at this game, blah, blah, blah. It's because I play bad decks for fun, right? I play bad decks, and then when I play good decks, everyone's like, wait, this can't be real. You're playing a good deck. That's not allowed. But then as soon as I play a good deck, you're like, you're too good. And then when I play a bad deck, you're like, wow, you suck at this game. Make up your mind. All right. Ooh, we got a turn 2 Kilowattrel. That's terrible. We got a turn 2 Kilowattrel. All right, they got the Bind Wound. Bind Wound. And then I just go Lucky Helmet on the Wattrel, and I win. Easiest dub in the world. And yeah, I did add the 1/1 Kilowattrel because in a pre-release, 10 damage is actually pretty good. In a pre-release, 10 damage is still pretty good. And Moondust, thank you. There's a weird clicking sound. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'll mute that. Is that... Yeah, there's some weird sound effect going on, but I muted it on the OBS side, so it should be okay. That is very strange. All right, so let's go for a Snorunt. We have Snorunt, and then Monkey Dory, and then Lucky Helmet, and good luck. So yeah, there's a weird PDCGL bug, because when I turned off the sound effects, I couldn't see it on my end, but I muted OBS so you can't hear it. They're jocking off. Wait, there's no way that... Wait, is Florges part of the kit or something? Oh, I guess it is. I guess Florges is part of the kit. Uh-oh. But I think they're going to have to minor errand running to find their energy. There's no way they're spinning attack, right? There's no way you're going to use a spinning attack to let me draw 2 cards. Yeah, there was no way they were going to do that. But the Florges might do 120 damage, which is really bad. And logical... I appreciate you being bad at this game. I appreciate you sucking at this game. It really makes me feel better about my life. All right, so if they don't do 120 damage, I win. If they do 120 damage, I probably lose. Yeah, it wasn't the game, it was my foot massager. But I'm having so much fun with build and battle. The problem is that so many of the formats can be really bad. But I think this one's pretty good, except for the fact that the stupid thing does 120 damage. Maybe they'll use Captivating Invitation. They did not use Captivating Invitation. Oh, we got Salvatore. That's terrible. Literally the worst things I could have got right now. Didn't need Salvatore whatsoever. All right. Well, yeah, I guess I just Salvatore and go into the Glalie. How much? Oh, wait, am I not? Oh, the Glalie's right there. So I guess I just evolve into the Glalie. No. Yes. Thin a card out, whatever. And then I go for a Monkey Dory Mind Bend. So I'm going to lose this game. I'm going to get soloed by a Florges. And Owen, I mean, this is an old set, right? Twilight Masquerade's an old set, so they're going to keep doing old sets. We just don't know the order, because you'll notice on the right, it has the GX and the V-Star markers. So the GX and V-Star markers are just on the side, so they're already prepping for older formats. It's just, it doesn't seem like there's much work they have to do. It's just a case of they have to push a few buttons. They're really good at pushing my buttons. Hello, Smithers. You're really good at turning me on. Damn, they got the perfect start. You know, this is why I always say, go first. Always go first in a pre-release. Doesn't matter what unless you're playing, well, I mean, even if you're playing a 1 mega 39 energy, that's fine. All right, I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards and that I'm going to top deck a Psychic Energy or something. Because there's literally like 2 draw supporters in the deck, and that's kind of sad. And nobody in my deck has more than 120 hit points. And that's a Darkness Energy. All right. A sad end to the stream. But let's raid. Is anybody online? Like, is the main account online or something? You know what? We're not ending on a sour note. I don't want to leave a bad taste in your mouth. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you that I'm the expert deck builder. But I've noticed a huge change. If I go first, my win rate skyrockets. I go second, it plummets. I think they probably picked heads. Yep. It really is weird, though, that they're like, hey, let's do 3 days for 2 different formats and then 10 days of perfect order. I'm still excited, and I just can't hide it. Oh, baby. We got the Volbeat. Want to Volbeat you up. But this is why you want to go first in this format. Uh-oh. Okay, why do you get so many supporters? Logical. Hey, Owen. Hey, this is the last game. I wanted to show you how good I am at build and battle. I was like 18-2. Uh-oh. Okay. I just have to get my Frostlass set up and we'll be fine. Also, they started Grookey, which is very weird. They started the Grookey, but I win this matchup if I just get both my Frostlass set up. It is that simple. Get both the Frostlass set up, win the game. No additional work required. Uh-oh. Okay, please don't screw. Ooh, there's pneumonia. I love me some pneumonia. All right, so actually, I know this is weird, but I'm not going to use pneumonia. Again, I know, very strange. What are you doing, Step Pilot? What are you doing, Step Pilot? All right, do I have a Frostlass? I do. The reason I'm doing that is because I believe they don't have a knockout. Number 2, I didn't want to draw into Snowrun and Monkey Dory. I want to draw into Frostlass and stuff. Right? I want to draw into my good cards. I don't want to draw into my bad cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, if they have an energy, we're screwed. The Volbeats get knocked out if they have an energy. Oh, no. Okay, Volbeat, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I'm going to give them the Snow Runt and then just hope they don't have another basic. Oh, this is so bad. I mean, I can get a Glalie. So yeah, I guess I go for the Snow Runt because at worst I'll build up a Monkey Dory and then just win that way. So I'll put a Psychic on the Monkey. We'll put Frostlass there. So you Nemona first, then you Great Ball. Ooh. Nest Ball is back, baby. I've missed you so much, Nest Ball. All right, so there's Snow Runt. And then you Pneumonia. Give me a Darkness. Oh, there's a Luminous. Okay, Luminous is even better. And then I go for the Frostlass. Goated. And then Luminous Energy. I could evolve into this Frostlass. Logical? That can't... I mean, on PDCGL it can happen because PDCGL is broken. But your answer relies on reading. I know it's a skill we all don't possess, but as long as you can read, you actually can't be affected by special conditions. I am the best player in this game. It's not even funny. Are you in awe, Logical? It's simply not logical how good I am at this game, isn't it? All right. I'm in trouble if they have a Florges, though. I'm in big trouble if they have a Florges. Real big trouble if they got that Florges. Ooh, there's an Emolga. Okay. Huh. That changes things. That does change things a little bit. I do have to go for this guy. I can retreat off that, and I can attack with Emolga. That seems bad. I can knock out the Diplin, but then they're just a Florges away from winning the game. So, believe it or not, I think what I do is attach the Lightning, retreat into Frostlass. Yes. And then end turn. Very strange, I know, but apparently Florges is the GOAT of Twilight Masquerade pre-releases. And I was not expecting that. Okay, if they don't have a bench Pokemon, Frostlass survives. If they do have a bench Pokemon, we're fine, because the Diplin will get knocked out during my turn, and then they have to promote some... Oh, God. Oh, dear God, no. Oh, what the hell? This is not fair. You pulled the Teal Mask Ogerpon? Okay. Well, I was screwed either way. As long as they don't have a 5th bench Pokemon, we're fine. Okay. They didn't get a 5th. I have to go up with a Emolga. I have to heal. But the crazy thing about the kit that I got is that it has, I think, a Nemona and a Youngster, plus Salvatore and the other card that I can't say. Okay, so if I top deck a Monkey Dory, that's bad. All right, so I have to knock out the active. That's not a question. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe they'll make a mistake and promote the Floette. Wow, that's bad. Oh, they made a mistake. This is why you don't prematurely attach. This is why you don't prematurely attach. They made an oopsie. Oh, yeah, that's fine. You can't be confused because of Festival Grounds. See, this is why you don't show your opponent the information before you have to. If I'd attached the energy, they probably wouldn't have done that. All right, but they are, they're 2 turns away from winning. I can knock out the Ogerpon, but if they put a single energy on the Ogerpon this turn, they can win next turn. Because I can't confuse them because of Festival Grounds. They can use it to... Oh, my God. They've only played 1 Grass Energy, which is really bad. There's a Teal Dance. I don't think I got this one. Especially if they just attach here. Please don't attach. Everyone, hold on to your butts. Put all 10 fingers on those cheeks. And if you can if you're flexible enough, some toes too. Because I need... Okay, that's fine. Rillaboom. Okay, that's fine. If they use drum... I'd rather they use drum beating. Even though that's also bad. But they didn't need... But they had it. They could have had it. Okay, so they're trying to go for a wood hammer, but they need 3 energy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I can retreat, but I'd have to lose all my energy. All right, there's a youngster. Okay, so lucky helmet on you. Youngster, I don't think I have enough to win. Wow, I really got screwed over this game. Really got screwed over this game. I can go Adrenabrain, put the damage there, and then hard retreat into the Fione. Fione into... Oh, man. I can back in for youngster. But just, do you see how I have to think completely differently? In normal standard, you have to be like, oh, it's Dragapult, I lose. Here, I gotta be like, okay, I have to hope they don't get an energy for Woodhammer, so I have to use Fione, because that will survive a hit. But then I have to just sort of bounce around and do nothing and hope that I don't lose, but I am going to lose because they have a drum beating. So I have to hold off for long enough to win, but I'm not going to be able to do that because my free retreater... And they got it. Okay, so they had it no matter what. No matter what, they had it. So we will raid. I'll see if there's any Pokemon channel online. Oh, okay, they are online. So it's probably a rerun. Yeah, it's a rebroadcast of Turin. So everyone spam the emote. You know which emote to spam? I will only accept one emote. So we'll raid that one, and then hopefully I get some new followers. That's the whole point, is we just want new followers. We want to bait people into coming over here to follow. Spam the emote. I am entrusting you with all those follows.